Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky? It might be almost to the point of Ruth.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
On 100.5 ESPN.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
The ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wilde and Tausch.
And ESPN Madison on YouTube.
It's Wilde and Tausch, isn't it?
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Monday edition. I just got in my inbox, along with my new Channel 3000 Packers newsletter that I'm putting out. AI predicts the Packers 2025 record. I'm curious if we believe in AI edition. The congratulations to Riley Yao, who was our cousin sub of the day for Jesse on Friday, on his second place finish, a silver medalist in the jiu-jitsu competition that he took part in. And most importantly, perhaps you hear that cacophony in the background. Mark Tauscher is demoing someone's bathroom along with the team from Kohler Services edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app. You look so tough with that cat tree in the background.
I asked the owners of the house that we are demoing and putting in a new Lugstone Kohler shower and bath, and they're probably not as big a cat people as you, but this, I don't know, do you have something this nice?
We do. Oh yeah, we got a couple
cat,
got a
like
couple of
the cat
those.
Pops up, and
Indeed.
You have those?
We do. Grouch would have loved one.
No, Grouch is an outdoor cat. Grouch wouldn't have loved that.
Your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and of course everything you need, including a brand new bathroom or shower on the ESPN Wisconsin app. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios, and from a proud cat owner and Kohler Services customer with their brand new shower, it is Mr. Demo himself. It is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, we can hear the demoing going on, which means they've started without you since you have a radio program.
No. They didn't start without me. I've already logged, probably 10 minutes of demo. I'm ripping tile up. I'm hammering using a hammer, trying to claw out the old. I'm not going to put anybody's business on the street. It was this shower and bath needed a
deserving winner.
And there's a certificate I tell you about from Kohler Services all the time. They're great professional installers. Not like Jesse with his butt crack showing and everything else. These are professional.
Although we're going to that again.
We are. Doug, who's our great friend and partner at Kohler Services, he's here, and I don't barely get out of my Chevy Tahoe. Who's he introducing me to? His lead guy is from Oostburg, and I love Wisconsin geography. Love the cities. Oostburg is one town that just has negative because of the way they beat us in the state championship. This guy's going off half the roster of the 95 team, talking about Moriarty, and all I need now is our old auctioneer buddy from Oostburg to call in just to completely. But you can't bring me down today. I got the energy flowing. I had the work glasses on, the gloves. I'm ripping tile. There's another dude in here, strong as a bull. He is just yanking everything out. This shower, I think, bath, I don't know if it'll all get done today because they had to work around my schedule of getting here. But it's going to look fantastic. And we'll give updates during the show, during the commercial breaks as we go. I don't know how much more manual labor I'm going to do. I'm ready if needed, but I probably have hit my quota, if that makes any sense.
Well, I'm sure Doug and the team feel like you've hit your quota as well because they have a certain level of professionalism. And while you are a total pro about a lot of things, this is just not your lane. This is not your area of expertise.
What do you mean it's not my lane?
How much demoing do you have on your resume?
Listen, I could demo now. Now, I'm not going to install. I don't know plumbing. I don't know where what goes and different wrenches, and that's for professionals like our friends at Kohler Services. I'm not interested in plumbing up lines and this water smell.
They're not either.
Trust me, the owners of this house are not either. But the demoing? Are you kidding me? Somebody just told me there's this new thing because there's escape rooms all throughout, like the Dells have. Escape rooms are fun. You take your family and you try to figure things out. There are now demo rooms. You can go in and just beat the blank out of stuff and rip stuff up. There's demo rooms that I think I'm signing up for.
Rage rooms is what I've heard them called. Rage rooms.
What are they called?
Rage rooms. So you get to smash chairs and I don't know, plastic stuff. I don't know if they.
Well, this was fun. Old boy set me up for a big one. He kind of pried loose, and I ripped the entire old tiles off this shower, off of the front end of it. And then the second where the water is, it's a little wetter, so you have to. And that part took a little bit longer, but it was fun to just shred a full thing. I would have loved it. They didn't give me permission to. I wanted to take it out in the driveway and just smash it. And just because you you want to release that and you kind of get your week going. I didn't do that. I just dumped it in the bucket.
Get your week going.
Wouldn't that be fun? So this whole idea of demo rooms, I think it's great. I love it.
All right. Well, next.
You don't think I'm a demo guy? Are you nuts? I'm definitely a demo guy.
I kind of like the Seinfeld episode. We don't want you interfering while we're intervening. I'm a little concerned that you're so passionate about your demoing that you could end up breaking something that we're not demoing. That's all I'm concerned about. I'm sure you can swing a hammer like John Henry.
I don't know about it. I don't know. What is John Henry known for, swinging a hammer?
Yeah, he's the guy that. Okay, never mind. It's a song. It's an old song. No, you don't know. He built the railroad or something.
Henry VIII.
So, what exactly is your role from here on out? Nothing.
I don't know what else I'm going to do. I will. Well, that part is all. So the glass that if you're watching on video right now, the glass part, those were all ripped out. The initial door, that tile with the shampoo obviously was moved. Those tiles are bye-bye. That was ripped out. I think the more I do, the slower the process will go. I'm going to be self-aware.
Sure.
So I've went and done my work. I will go and help out whatever other role is needed. But I probably have done the brunt of my demoing. I think the demo portion is going to be wrapped up here pretty soon. They're going to have to get the tile off the floor too yet. That I don't know if that's something I really want to get into. So I'm probably going to be about good with what I'm done.
Can we get periodically throughout the 3-hour program updated photos of where the process stands?
We have some of our great team from ESPN Wisconsin here. There's our Kohler Services has people here as well. So I am going to take the iPad whenever I can. I, again, don't want to slow this process down because I'm sure the winners of this prize would like to have their bathroom, within the next couple days and not have me sitting here, blah, 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 blah. But yes, I will. Maybe in the next break.
Wait a minute.
You're going to go back?
Are you staying there until the project is done?
I'm not going to lie to you. Lance brought all this Quick Trip stuff. Yeah, until this stuff's gone, I might just – I don't know if they know this or not. Part of the package was I get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I'm sleeping over. They have not heard that yet, so we'll see. I'll have to run that by them, but they have set us up great to do the show. I got a little crock pot. What are those old stir-a-pot deals?
You've got a crock pot?
What?
Well, that's what I have the thing set up on. It's like Instapot. Instapot. And then I got a little book thing to hang, so I'm got up higher because I wanted to make sure you could see the cat deal. And you guys always give me grief when I'm on the road that I'm too far away from the camera. So the host could not be more hospitable.
Well, we appreciate them setting you up and you tearing down their bathroom as the team from Kohler Services, the professionals from Kohler Services. Last
pros.
question on this before we move forward. Are you doing more, less, or about the same amount of work as you did when you were brought in by a certain concrete company to work a shift with them?
Manual labor-wise, more. Time-wise, less.
Okay.
I mean, I sat on a paver. That's what I did.
Okay. All right.
Now I was doing. In fairness, I was doing the show as I was paid.
The theatrics of that were incredible. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, do you want me to do a segment as I'm tearing out tile? I mean, I'm more than happy to do that.
Sure. If you think you could pull that off, we'd love to have some action video live on Wilde and Tausch.
We have to get waivers signed by
so dangerous. You've got to sign a waiver.
You could make it like a rage room if there's something that you're really fired up about. Rashawn Gary being number 80 on the top 100 players. This is stupid. Bang.
I'm going to tell you this. The one thing, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed. No mall. I was promised a mall. It ended up being a hammer.
Tony Mall?
Scarpacci. Yeah. Nope. So that's the only thing. And because I think you can end up denting walls, like if you're going too strong in. And there could be like an adjoining wall to a bedroom or something else.
This is what I was concerned about. Yes.
So it probably makes sense that we didn't maul. We used a hammer, and that was, I think, more viable in this scenario than. I'll be honest. I didn't scout a lot. I didn't know exactly what I was getting into. I just showed up, and they handed me a hammer and a pick, and we just went to work.
And you had lots of nice, tasty snacks and coffee from Quick Trip. So your day is off to a great start. Let's be honest.
Fantastic. Good week start, no doubt.
All right. Well, I don't think, maybe they would, but we had a great time last week at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin in the Experience Center in Brookfield. I don't think we have any promotions where they're interested in you joining their team for a day, unless I'm not privy to those discussions. Seems like a precision job.
No. But if they needed demo on like old windows, I still think you have to be very careful because there's obviously framing. And so, no, I have not talked to Gina and their great team about doing any of that. I don't know. I think one road trip excursion a year is about where I need to live at this point in my life.
Is there so all right, so we can start planning the 2026 Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Tausch shift. But in the history of this show, you did a shift at the drive-through window at the Dunkin' Donuts.
I did.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
That was fun.
And then you had the paver, and now you have the. Yep. Am I missing any other jobs that you've done while the show's been going on?
That's a good question, Jason. I'd have to think. Nothing pops out at me.
Yeah, me either.
As we sit here, but there's some other stuff in the works that could come to fruition that could be really fun. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. Well, it's always fun when we get to spend time with Gina Della. We had a great time on Thursday. You guys were out on Friday. We had Brian Bulaga and Riley Yauk in as your cousin subs of the day. But the band is back together today, which means Tausch is here to tell us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And for windows, with that strong resilience, you need to have the Pella experience. And we just were there in Brookfield, the Pella Experience Center. It lets you see and feel and open and close and compare dozens of window and door options, and all from the 7 different Pella lines side by side, according to the budget that you need. Stop by soon, though, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions do apply. Again, visit that Pella Experience Center in Brookfield, or you can schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Toolman Tim Taylor efforting on his bathroom reno with our friends at Kohler Services. We'll get periodic updates as we go through the show today, and I'm nervous. I know the team at Kohler Services is great. I think upon further review, maybe we don't want to put you back in the fray. Maybe we just want you to do the show. I
think what we'll do is I will, as commercial breaks come, we'll just go and give quick snippets. I don't think me, hammering away. And I think actually most of the hard part of the demo is, other than the floor, is probably about done. And I don't want to mess with their installers and all of the precision that they need. So I think
very
that's
smart. All right. Well, we will continue with Tausch taking some snippets during commercial breaks for us to see the progress on the bathroom renovation with Kohler Services. So wait, what town are you in? Salem?
Salem is I believe Salem is the address. You want me to get all their financial records and their property tax bill?
No, I don't.
They're very hospitable. Maybe they'll give you all that.
No, yes,
give you an exact address.
That's where the witches are.
What, Salem?
Yeah,
that was Salem, Massachusetts, right? Though we're not in Massachusetts. Am I right on that? The witch trials?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Yeah. I just equate all Salems.
Where were the Salem witch trials?
Because there's
Virginia?
I think Tausch is right. I think it was Salem, Massachusetts.
It was up in the east.
Yeah.
I thought it's Salem, Massachusetts.
I mean, you can't hear Salem and not think of the witch trials. That's what,
for sure.
When you hear Salem, like Oregon, Massachusetts, Wisconsin, that's the first thing you think of.
Agree.
More from the job site. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Your current car, soon to be your old car. A new car? Better start looking. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Metro Ford of Madison is Madison's trusted Ford dealership. Whether you're in the market for a new or new-to-you vehicle, Metro Ford of Madison has the customer service that's second to none. With a legacy of excellence and an extensive selection of quality Ford vehicles, it's the place to go for the new Ford of your dreams. Browse their inventory, schedule a service, or see this month's offers at MetroFordofMadison.com. That's MetroFordofMadison.com. Or visit them on the east side of Madison today.
Waiting to see a general surgeon? With Stoughton Health, it's always easy access, with most appointments within a week. And with over 160 insurances accepted, you're covered and in good hands. For more information, visit StoughtonHealth.com. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? Discover TPC Wisconsin, an instant classic in the heart of the Midwest. With a course co-designed by Steve Stricker and PGA Tour Designs, it's the 13th and newest TPC Network golf club in the world. Other high-quality amenities include a short game practice area, athletic performance center, and meeting and dining facilities. Plus, membership benefits that reach around the globe. Schedule a tour at tpcwisconsin.com and start your journey to a lifetime of priceless golf.
The team you'll always remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin.
With a reunion you'll never forget.
This place, this school, this city, these teammates, this coach, just everything involved was the most formative part of my life and the most special part of my life.
Relive Made 'em Believe now with the full show on ESPN Madison on YouTube and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by M3 Insurance Company, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzers. Made 'em Believe. Available now.
Join me, Gwen Mahoney, your 2025 Dane County Fairest of the Fair at the Dane County Fair at the Align Energy Center July 17th through the 20th. There are daily activities and entertainment including stunt, dinosaur, and magic shows, tractor and carnival rides, animals, and more. The Dane County Fair is fun for all ages. We'd like to thank our Supreme Grand Champion sponsor, Miller & Son Supermarket, and our Grand Champion sponsors, Blaine's Farm and Fleet and Everlight Solar. I hope to see you there July 17th through the 20th. For more information, visit DaneCountyFair.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Let's make tonight the weekend. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. Got no reason not to celebrate. Baby, I just don't wanna wait. Tonight's the weekend. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. Got no reason not to celebrate. Baby, I just don't wanna wait.
Wilde and Tausch continues with Tausch on the job site with the team from Kohler Services. Now, you sent a text message yesterday with the famous words, "I've got the open."
Yeah, this was not what I intended.
But that did not mean you're working hard in Salem, Wisconsin on a bathroom. Something else cropped up over the weekend. So the floor is yours.
All right. Well, we are winding down in the baseball and softball portion of the Tauscher summer, and I'm sure for most of our listeners that have kids, usually around the end of July is when things wrap because then football starts and everything else. So we had kind of our big 14U travel weekend. We like to go and team bonding and have some fun. We stay overnight usually once a season. And this year we decided to go to Bettendorf, Iowa, what state do you think is most Wisconsin-y? This is my first question. No. I'm going to stick with Ohio.
Yeah, I think you've always said Ohio.
I think Ohio and Wisconsin are very similar states. A lot of people say Minnesota, or nobody would say Illinois. I don't think anybody's going to say Wisconsin and Illinois are. I don't think you'd say Michigan. I think it really comes down to Iowa, Minnesota, and Ohio. And I would make a really good argument for Ohio, but that's a story for another day. Although, Jesse, I think it's a fun little topic to throw up on Facebook. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job.
Okay.
So we go down to Bettendorf, and we have a late Friday night game, which is fine because we can get down there. It was stormy, and there was tornadoes, and it's about a 3-hour drive from where we live in Sun Prairie to Bettendorf. So we get down there, and half of our team, is driving through tornadoes, driving through really big thunderstorms. The bottom line is the games all get canceled on Friday. Well, this is a huge turf complex, so you think rain's not going to really bother you. You'll get set back a little bit. You play your game Saturday, you play your game Sunday, you head home. Well, as we're sitting here waiting on Friday night and waiting, the schedule is, comes out, and we're going to play 2 games on Saturday, which is fine. Well, then we get up. We're planning on playing at like 11:30 or 12 o'clock. The power strikes and is out in the entire Bettendorf complex, which is about 15 fields of baseball. They can't somebody has to explain this to me, because I certainly didn't get a great answer. Why can you not play baseball without power? You don't have to run the scoreboard. The scoreboard won't run it anyways. I'm guessing it's water and bathroom, but can't you just bring some porta-johns in, call it a day? Because you're not staying there all day. You're going to go, you're going to play, and you're going to go get lunch. So they couldn't serve food, which again is a revenue stream, I get. But they're charging to get into the gate, and that's a whole nother conversation we can have at a different day. Why can't we play baseball without power? Can someone explain that to me quickly? Jason.
No, I have no idea.
All right, so it's irritating. So we're irritated, but I get it. So they now send out an email at about 11 o'clock, which we were supposed to play, that
How'd
there's
they send
no
out
games.
the email with no power?
There's no games until 3 o'clock because the power needs to be. So the whole tournament's screwed, right? It's done. So they turn it into a single elimination. You get, well, it's not really even single, but there's no pool play, and then you seed it out. It's basically you're going to get 2 games, and that's what you're going to get, and you're not going to throw a fit. Okay. So we get our schedule. We play at 8:40 on Saturday night. If we win that game, we don't play again until about 8 o'clock Sunday night, which is horrible, right? Because you're waiting around all day. So we go, and I don't know how, it's a good tournament. We go and we beat this team up pretty good. And as we're beating this team up at 8:40, one of our coaches looks at the schedule and says, hey, we could, because there's another game after us, like 10 o'clock game. We could play, if this team wins, we could play the championship at midnight Saturday night and just go home, go sleep and go home the next morning. Pretty good plan, right? No?
Wow.
How old are these kids?
They're 14.
It's
midnight baseball.
It's an option. You got to staff you got to have umpires.
So, make sure, Jesse, I'm glad you, being the little nerd that you are, brings that up, because it's true.
Thank you.
We go to the program. We go to the tournament director first and say, if we can do this and get the coaches to agree, will you have umps and do it? He said, absolutely. So, okay, so we're ahead like 12-1 in this game. So we're kind of banking we're going to hold on, and I had a hunch we would, because the team we were playing was terrible. So we go and we look, and we get one of the coaches from Minneapolis says, absolutely, we have a 5-hour drive, we don't want to do it. Great. We get another team, and I won't say where this group is from. They say, no, this would be our 3rd game, and we don't want to. And I'm like, well, yeah, but we got to stay here till 8 o'clock tomorrow night then. He's like, yeah, that's what we're going to do if we win. So now we win, we stick around because we have rooting interest. It's like gambling, but not gambling, because we stick around and stay up all night. If this other team wins, we ain't playing at midnight. So it goes, it's a dogfight of a game. The team we hope for from Minneapolis wins the game. We don't give any options. We sprint out to the field, drop our stuff, we warm up, we play. We tip off the game at midnight to play. Now, the opposing team that didn't want to do it got real irritated with us. We are having a conversation. I have a mom get up all in my grill saying, don't talk blank about us. I said, I'm not talking blank about y'all. I'm just saying I don't understand why anybody would want to stick around another 24 hours to play one game that, let's be honest, isn't really a championship because you only played 2 games. What are we doing? So the bottom line on it was I think, an interesting move. And what I loved, and what I told our kids before we started the game at midnight on a Saturday night in Bettendorf, Iowa, is life's about memories. You will never forget the midnight tip in Bettendorf, Iowa. If we played at 7 o'clock, all you'd remember is your parents complaining that we didn't get home till 2 a.m. from an Iowa tournament because we had to wait 24 hours. So we embraced it. We fell behind. We showed great resiliency. And we won and I put this in air quotes, a Bettendorf championship. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure it's asteriskized. But that was kind of how it played out. Did the other team have a right to be irritated with us for kind of bullying and trying to force them to play us at midnight? Yes, they could be mad. I had no problem. But they said we were talking. We were not. We were just really advocating for the midnight start. Yeah,
all right. I don't even. I'm not entirely sure where to begin. But let me start with this.
Somewhere.
Thanks. So, were you, after you won your game, demonstratively rooting for the Minneapolis-based team
that was my
in the
top
game?
Question. Yeah, were you open cheering for the team you wanted to win?
We were definitely. I made sure we pulled the kids. The kids were sitting with the opposing team's parents, and I thought that is a horrible idea. Get over. So, yes, we were rooting, not like in an obnoxious, rude way, but were we rooting when a kid hit a 2-run bomb in the first inning to go up 2-0? Yes, we were. We were very excited.
And what is your definition of obnoxiously rooting?
We weren't like, it wasn't as bad as you'd think, and it was not. It was very mild for the scenario we were in. Very mild.
I absolutely, positively love what you said about memories and how all these boys will forever remember the game they played at midnight in Iowa. That's phenomenal. Were you in any way concerned, as the responsible coach that you are, that starting a game at midnight with maybe fatigued young teenagers, presented some measure of risk to them?
In what way?
I don't know. When you're tired, things happen.
Sure. No, that was not in my thing. I was not concerned. We literally played a 3-inning game before that, 3 or 4 innings, whatever it was. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't think you're looking to start games at midnight. I don't think that's a goal. But I just thought with the moment and where it was, I didn't even think of the idea. I'm kind of irritated with myself. I didn't come up with this plan. I didn't even really – matter of fact, I probably was a detriment to this plan because I talked to the coach from this other team, and he goes, I can't talk my kids into playing. And I'm thinking to myself, you don't ask your kids. You just go play.
Wait, the team that declined.
Declined, yes. And then their fans were. Then they got. And then I thought they were trying to sabotage the other coach. And then we were nervous that they sabotaged the other coach, and that's why we sprinted out to the field to start, because he went over and basically said, "These guys are really wanting to play. I don't think you should." So then he went from being not an advocate, which is fine. You have the right to your opinion, and we were not going to. They had said what they said. We were not happy about it, but it is what it was. And the tournament director said, hey, you have to get both teams to agree to do this. And they didn't agree. Fine. I don't agree with their decision, but you have to live with it. But then to go and be a saboteur, I didn't love the saboteur angle of it. Now, the other coaches, I think they understood the deal. They looked at it in the same way we did, that this was a great memory. And it was a really well-played, fun game that both teams will remember. We'll remember it a little bit more because we got a banner and rings. But that's what happens. Yeah, you got a ring for winning the championship.
Wow.
That is a great memory. That is an unbelievable. I am fascinated. I would really like to get some more details, dazzling details.
I feel like we didn't get the whole story.
No, you got the whole story. Now, there was a mom that got up in our faces.
This is who I'd like to know more about, if you don't mind.
Who is fearlessly going up in your grill, getting after you?
I was talking to our other coach, and I just don't get why they wouldn't want to do this. And that's what she's like, stop talking blank. And I said, I ain't talking blank. I said, I just don't get it. And then she was like, I just don't like you're doing this. And I said, yeah, that's fine. I understand your point. I just disagree with you. And that's when we got into the whole, and that kind of snuffed it out. And then I think she went over and started talking to the parents of this other team. They actively went from, we don't want to do it, to, you shouldn't do it either. And that irritated me.
You said you didn't want to say where this team was from. And
I'm not going to. I won't.
Did they? Okay. Did they have a long drive also, or
No.
were they a local team?
They weren't local, but let me put it this way. Their drive was much less than ours and much, much, much less than the team they were trying to sabotage to canceling the game with us from Minneapolis. So, yes.
Were they from Wisconsin?
No. That's all I'm giving you.
All right.
And they weren't from the state that's most like Wisconsin, Ohio. Last question. So after you guys win your championship, actually multiple questions.
You could asterize it.
Multiple questions. What time did that game end?
That was my next question, yeah.
We took a championship photo in front of home plate. I believe the timestamp is 1:56 a.m.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you do it with was there a clock visible in
No,
the
I made
photo?
sure I told our coach, I told whoever, I think Kim took the photo. I said, make sure we get a picture of the timestamp because obviously this will never happen again, I hope, in the history of these boys' lives.
And how was your post-game exchange with the Minneapolis-based
Very friendly. I was very thankful. We thanked them. We were thanking their fans right after they won, that they would stick around. I think they withstood the saboteurism of the opposing team, which I appreciated. And it was a really hard-fought game. So it was a really good battle. They pulled ahead 4-0 early, and we kind of grinded it out and found a way to get it done late.
Well, this did not disappoint. I will tell you this.
I'll say this. It was great. They had a really good lefty that threw 7 strong innings right before us. I'm glad we didn't face him. I think we maybe would have had a different – but I will tell you this. I would have felt better. This sounds crazy. I would have felt better taking second place at 1:58 a.m. than winning the championship at 7:30 the following night.
No, I
That's
believe
where I'm
that.
at.
I believe that. Yeah, I definitely believe that.
Would you have polled your kids to ask if they were interested in doing this? If you were coaching the team?
I would have probably delivered a very similar speech to the one you did about memories.
Sure.
And I would have, while I might have taken their input so they felt like they were invested, I would have liked to think that I would have delivered it in a way that would have led to them wanting to do it.
Sure.
Which I think is what you did.
Were there any kids?
No, we didn't give him an option. We did not give him an option.
No, they would have. But had you given them an option, it sounds to me like they would have been gung ho for it. Your players would have.
Did you hear any?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Did any player at any point express any level of frustration about the midnight
Jesse.
first pitch?
No, there was some, yawning and things like that, and we said, "Come on now, hey, you guys stayed up."
Come on
the thing
now.
Is, the night before,
no yawning on the bench.
The night before, they stayed up till 11 or 12, and everybody slept in. So everybody was well rested.
Sure.
Going into it, and
at
I'll
156,
say this. You know who really appreciated this? Our parents. Our parents of our kids really appreciated it. So what I told our kids was, make sure you hug and thank the parents, because this is a long weekend, man. We drove through tornadoes, we battled, it was a grinder of a weekend, and thank your parents, and they did.
Shouldn't the parents be thanking the kids for choosing to play the game at midnight?
Let me tell you, Jesse. Let me tell you something. If that was the case, I don't think so. I don't think that's even part of the equation. You can if you want, but no, that was not. I didn't say, "Oh, Maxie, thank you so much for coming out and playing." No, that was never part of my vernacular on the whole 3-hour trip home.
So may I ask the final question, courtesy of a certain producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, weekday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN Milwaukee.
Sure.
What would you say to some, not him, but some who would speculate that this is a decision that was made with the parents' best interest more so than the interest of the kids having a day of rest and playing a full tilt championship game the next night?
I would 100% agree with him on that. Yeah.
All right.
And that is
unapologetically.
No further
No,
questions.
not even a little bit, because there is a lot of different angles on youth sports, and a lot of them are accurate. I'm not going to sit here and tell you they're not. But in this case, this was the best for everybody involved, including, and thanks again to that Minneapolis team for sucking it up and playing with us. And again, I think everybody involved will never forget that game.
Well, the only drawback to it was it cut into your post-game Coors Light opportunities because you went straight back to the hotel and went to bed.
I'm not going to lie to you. I was wound up. I could have had a Coors Light that night. I couldn't talk anyone into it. I would have, because whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying a 2 a.m. Bettendorf championship and celebrating that big win after the game, you know what I'd have in my hand, and that would be a Rocky Mountain cold Coors Light, because it's brewed with that 3-step cold process. It is cold lagered, it is cold filtered, and it is cold packaged because it's made to chill. The mountains, they need to be blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, a Golden, Colorado.
More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
The 2025 Major League Baseball All-Star Game.
The Stars are going to shine on a stage unlike any other.
Coverage begins Tuesday at 7 Eastern with first pitch at 8 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
It's always a beautiful experience coming out to the ballpark. Many fans prep in the parking lot amongst our legendary tailgaters. When you're ready for new windows and doors, prep for those at the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. See, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from different Pella lines side by side. And if you order by July 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years on Blue Mountain Road, or visit PellaWI.com today.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. A customizable homepage, easier and quicker live listening. Your shows at the touch of a fingertip.
Unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see, Green Bay is going to run this thing back, and you hope that these other guys will emerge.
Available in Apple and Android app stores. Your one-stop shop for ESPN Wisconsin. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today.
Ever thought about hitting a golf ball in Camp Randall Stadium? Well, now is your chance. On August 1st and 2nd, you can enjoy a VIP experience while hitting tee shots from the upper deck throughout the stadium down to custom greens on the field below. Start and end your round with great music, cold beers, food, and numerous golf challenges. Event is open to all ages, but hurry because tee times will go fast. Go to upperdeckgolf.com to book a tee time today. That's upperdeckgolf.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Summer is here, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Door County Distillery. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. I've been telling you for years how great Door County Distillery is. Locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. The sun is shining, and so can the Rock Island Rum from Door County Distillery in your summertime cocktail. Otherwise, vodkas, gins, whiskeys, brandies, and more, it's all available from the award-winning Door County Distillery. Find a huge list of unique cocktail recipes and the retailer nearest you, doorcountydistillery.com. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
My name is Rob, and I was seriously injured. When I think of Gruber Law Offices, I think of an honest, hard-working team who will fight to represent you. Couldn't be happier with the call that I made that day.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky.
I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Today on ESPN Radio, the 2025 T-Mobile Home Run Derby.
Home run! Second deck! Bang! Oh!
Coverage begins today at 8 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
After Tausch's baseball extravaganza, and of course the Reno project in Salem with the team from Kohler Services, we get to a little professional sports discussion.
So they dropped the vote in about...
And that is, sounds like there's a big discussion going on about the bathroom as well that I can hear.
Sure. Well, why wouldn't there be?
Look, I understand that The Miz is our guy, and we're excited about him.
Oh, no.
Jason's going to urinate in your Cheerios this
he
morning.
is. No, come on.
A big Cheerio urinator.
I'm curious, though, what the justification is for a guy who's pitched in 5 games to be an all-star.
Yeah, it's a tough sell. I can't sit here in good faith.
That's all I'm
and tell
asking.
you.
I'm not saying that I'm not excited he got the nod. I'm not saying.
Do we need to start banning the "I'm not saying"? Like, I did that for shtick and for fun a couple years ago after we beat the Chiefs, and I thought it took on a kind of a whole thing of its own. We're starting to do this on a regular basis, and it's the same thing as some have said. Like, are you saying it or are you not? Jason, do you think it's unfair? Jason Wilde, Brewers not a fan, Brewers observer. Is it fair to the rest of the league that he is pitching in the All-Star game?
No, what I'm saying is I don't know enough about the other worthy pitchers that were not selected.
Come on.
If you're going to ask me the question,
5
I'd like
starts.
to
You
answer.
just said. All right, go ahead.
So who are the pitchers that have a legitimate argument that they have a better resume with
somebody that's got more than 5 starts,
with more starts or more appearances that were snubbed in favor of the flavor of the month?
I mean,
so you're not saying I want you to answer
what
this
I'm
question.
saying is if you can't give me a list of 4 to 5 pitchers that have a legitimate beef with being left off the roster in favor of the Miz, then I will say that he deserves to go.
Okay.
If there's one that's like borderline, I will still say, hey, this dude has been magical. So, again, now your guy, Paul Skenes, started the All-Star game last year, Skeens, and he had made 11 starts, which I understand is still not like a crazy amount, but it is more than double, thank you, of what The Miz has done.
All right, answer this question because I can't do the I'm not saying anymore. We need a break from the I'm not saying. Does The Miz deserve to be in the All-Star game? Yes or no? Jason Wilde.
I don't know. That's the point of my question.
Yes or no?
I don't know enough about baseball to speak intelligently on saying pitcher A, B, C, and D deserved it more.
Jason,
because that's what it's about.
Okay, but you know that Miz.
It is.
You've watched this. We have lived. We've talked more Brewers this month than we've probably talked in a long time, and it's all because of Miz. So the main character.
That's
in this
not
question.
true.
I'm not asking you.
That's not true. It's also because Jesse called for the manager's head.
That's true. But he said he wasn't saying, which again is why this thing is
they've
done
won
with
7 in a row.
Yes, when we should start to talk about it.
Jason Wilde, does The Miz deserve to be in the All-Star game? Yes or no? Not, I don't know.
I'm still waiting for the names of pitchers that deserve to be there instead.
The answer is no, Jason. The answer is no, he does not deserve it. Okay,
right.
That's my answer. You started 5 games. Now
he's urinating in Cheerios.
Do I agree with the decision from a marketing and from a big league baseball? It's 100% the right move. And if I was a Philadelphia Phillies fan, I would feel the same blanking way that Phillies fans do. And by the way, it's good for baseball that we have this. I hope we play Philly in the playoffs. I hope this all juices up and I hope this shuts them out. That's how that's how sports works. So if you're telling me Giovanni Gallardo was in his 5th year and he's having a really good season, and some young whippersnapper from Philly is corkscrewing guys and striking out 12 and doing what Miz is doing, and they did the same thing, we'd be apocalyptic in Milwaukee, period. Because it's kind of ridiculous that you have 5 starts and you're an all-star. But you know what else is ridiculous? There's 12 or 15 pitchers that pitched yesterday that can't throw and end up with a tie game because you can't pitch enough guys in an all-star game. So that is a part of this equation too. I have always been a believer that it comes down to proving it over time. There are phenoms that go and you get that look. If he had started the season in March on the team and he's 15 starts in, it's a different story. But this is where it's at. And for baseball to actually do this is a sign that they're growing. Is it fair? And if I'm in Philly or in New York or another team that's got a veteran starter that's having a good season, and you tell me that this kid who's pitched 5 starts is the all-star, I would do the same thing they're doing. So we're Brewers fans. We're going to look at it from this lens, and I don't have a problem with it. But let's not act like there's not an argument on the other side that is very viable. And in most cases, I would lean that way. I'm voting. If Jesse puts this up, I would say no, he doesn't deserve it. But that doesn't mean he shouldn't be in it. And Major League Baseball isn't highlighting one of its young stars. That's how it should be if you're trying to grow a game.
So I would like to thank Hunter Vaughn, because he's a great teammate, who sent along Ken Rosenthal's story from The Athletic about the number of pitchers who are unavailable to pitch in the All-Star game. Like Freddie Peralta, for example, right, who pitched yesterday. Is he going to pitch in the All-Star game?
He is not.
He can't throw. He pitched yesterday.
Right. So again, this is why I asked the question that I did. Because at some point, the guys that are more deserving, if they are unavailable, makes this, yes, it's unprecedented. Yes, it seems premature to put someone in after 5 starts. But if you've got a bunch of guys that have an argument that they deserve it more, but they're not available to pitch, then I have a lot less of a problem with this. That, to me, is the crucial turning point. And the question is not so simple, because I agree with you when you say, no, does he actually deserve it based on his accomplishments? No. But if we're going to go down the list of pitchers who are more deserving with a better extended resume that aren't able to pitch, then I'm on board with the marketing maneuver, which is why this story is important and why that question is it. Look, this is not the 1983 All-Star Game that I watched as an 11-year-old with Atlee Hammaker giving up a grand slam and Robin Yount was on base. I think
lefty,
it was at Comiskey
right?
Park.
Wasn't Atlee the lefty, wasn't he? Hammaker?
I think it was Fred Lynn who hit the home run, if my memory serves me.
He was a lefty, too.
He was definitely a lefty. So
this kid from Minnesota, lefty, pitched a great game at 10 o'clock on Saturday night. Really good.
And then whoever pitched at midnight was not as good, which helped your asterisky title.
Definitely was the truth, yes. That is true.
So I understand that my wanting to see the whole picture and not having an opinion irritates some at times. But in this instance, it seems to me that the knee-jerk reaction was...
Well, you just said no, he doesn't. You answered the question finally.
The knee-jerk reaction was, this guy doesn't deserve to be in the All-Star game. And then if you look at all the other pitchers who have a case that aren't available, then you start to say, hey, I'm okay with them taking the guy that's got everyone's attention throughout baseball, who just out-dueled Clayton Kershaw a few nights ago. Then I'm on board with it. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with seeing both sides of the debate.
Well, you can be on both sides, but you have to make a choice. Like, you can't. At some point, Jason, you got to go in the voting booth and vote. You get, I can see this side.
That is true.
I can see this side. So
some decisions are better easier than others, though.
And this should be an easier decision. And I'm going to vote no, he didn't deserve it. That doesn't mean I'm not happy.
But yes, you agree with the decision.
No, I am going to watch, and I think it's really good for the game. But to have 5 starts and to be, known or be an all-star in his rookie season, no, I don't think. I get where Philly fans are coming from. I would be doing the same thing if this happened to Giovanni Gallardo or Freddie Peralta. I get it. But there are other things that come into play, like you mentioned. The big thing is you got a lot of guys that can't pitch. So name them an all-star and go. But I understand this, and strictly from a deserve, the answer is no. And I want to hear if our fans agree. And Jesse, throw up a poll, and I think we should take calls. Strictly on deserve.
I'd love to.
There you go.
Ken Rosenthal has a list of 6 starters who pitched on Saturday who bowed out of the All-Star game, 2 in the NL and 4 in the AL, and then another 4 Sunday starters, including Peralta, who also needed to be replaced, and Chris Sale, who is injured. So if these guys are available, is the Miz still getting picked?
I don't know.
I
would
don't
say
know.
Probably not. I would say probably not.
Exactly. So this is one of my pet peeves is when something goes viral and everyone chimes in and they don't take the time to dig a little bit beneath the surface to have a better understanding. It's just there's more to this than just, the league wants this guy who's throwing 103 miles an hour and has captured the attention of the game over the last 5 starts he's made in the game. And I think
true.
It is true. But I think you can make the argument that with this many pitchers opting out, you can't, if you're not a Brewers fan and you're one of these other people that are pissed off that he got picked, I think if you take a little more time to look at it, this is not as who's the guy from the Phillies, Castellanos? This is not the Savannah Bananas, as he said.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what this is.
And by the way, maybe Major League Baseball should look at the Savannah Bananas and say, boy, they're pretty popular and successful. Maybe we could steal a few things. Now, they don't need to be dancing. I get that. But, Jason, I disagree with you on this. Sports, just like I said when we had our kids lining up for a championship picture at 2 a.m. It's about moments. You're going to get these moments. There is nothing wrong with fans just living in the moment. And then you can figure out if it was right or not. That's where we disagree. Now, if you're analyzing and you're looking at it big picture, which is what we do, we also can live in the moment. That's why I say we're palming things. There's times I palm. I palm. I'm not palming this. And maybe I should. And by the way, Tuesday night when he goes and takes on, the 3 best hitters and strikes them out, I'll be saying, what a beautiful genius move by Manfred. And that's how sports works. And by the way, that's why we love sports.
Right. What I would push back on you with is saying that sports is also about you get what you earn, you get what you deserve. And if you deserve something and you don't get it because of a promotional marketing ploy, I can see why you're pissed. Because that is one of the core tenets of sports is it's about what you deserve and earn. And if you are not honored, we talk about snubs all the time. We talk about who should have won an award that didn't. So Again, this many pitchers saying they weren't going to pitch in the All-Star game if selected is part of the story. We can't just ignore that.
Well, you can. It doesn't mean it's right.
We shouldn't.
Yeah, but the question is, had Miz not made it, would any of us said he got snubbed?
No. Nope.
There you go.
No.
I know it's unpopular. I know it's an unpopular deal, but he did not deserve to be in the All-Star game. But I'm excited to see him throw. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's where I'm at.
It does make sense to me. Just like our partnership with American Family Insurance makes sense to me.
Oh, indeed it does. American Family Insurance is a proud partner of Wilde and Tausch and has been from the jump, and for almost 100 years, they've been committed to making life better with the right home and auto protection. Also, you're free to enjoy your dreams, whether that is to make an all-star game after 5 starts or not. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
All right, I am curious how people view this because I do think our position is pretty reasonable. And Tausch, I
can't wait to hear Jesse's. I don't think Jesse's given his opinion. Jason, you kind of milk toasty. I think I know what you're thinking. I don't know because I got to analyze if the Phillies war replacement with their third reliever. Like, I don't even know where your head's at. I think I know. And you're scared to say it because you don't want a little blowback?
That's not.
That's what I feel. That's what I feel about you.
I feel bullied. 844-770-3776.
An unnamed city.
844-770-3776. That is the Carbless text line, talking text line. We will get your thoughts and Jesse's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Riley Yauk. Ben Brust appeared on the Jump Around Thursday afternoon to talk some Badgers hoops, and there's not a doubt in his mind which transfer he's most excited to see this season.
It's Boyd, hands down. It's absolutely Boyd, hands down. I think he'll be the rock for this team with the capability of producing at a high level as well. So when you have such a tenured NCAA basketball player coming to a program where, you know, everyone's itching for that second weekend in a Sweet 16, he's the type of guy I want on my team.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
After a storm, even seemingly small damage can lead to major problems. If your roof or siding took a hit with this recent storm, your insurance may cover the damage, but the process is still a nightmare. Badgerland Exteriors makes it seamless. They'll guide you through every step and get your family's home back in tip-top shape just as fast as that storm ripped through.
Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
Play where the Badgers play and enjoy a round at University Ridge Golf Course, the official course of the University of Wisconsin. It's easy to see why University Ridge is consistently rated one of the best public courses in Wisconsin, winning awards every year since 1992. Whether it's a tournament, corporate event, or just a golf outing with family and friends, University Ridge Golf Course will make sure you have an enjoyable golf experience from start to finish. Book your tee time today at universityridge.com. That's universityridge.com.
Hi, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network. Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows, too. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Clinky Cleaner CFO Sean Young.
The local part is what's key for us. Madison is a local community, and that's what I look at with James Imaging. When I talk to our account rep, he's local.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and great people.
I'd say the people at James Imaging are the top of the line for us. They know us, we know them. They take the time to listen to us when we have questions. They make it easy.
And Sean Clinky Cleaners makes it easy for their customers too.
Yes, at Clinky's, we need to be the expert in the field. We want to make life easier for them, and that's what James Imaging does for us.
Sean, any advice for others?
I would say give James Imaging a call. They've been great to us.
James Imaging Systems. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
When you tell me I'm a wreck, you say that I'm a mess. How could you expect anything less? You latched onto me, then cried how strong you alone. I told you when you asked, I knew this wouldn't last. At least I could be honest about that. And now you're telling everyone how I only did you wrong. I guess you never knew me at all. Remember on my 21st birthday, you took me where we went on our first date.
All right, we'll get to your calls and texts momentarily at the top of the 10 o'clock hour. But let's get where Jesse stands on this before we get to your opinions. Jesse, what's your position here?
I am a fan of this move. I think it is entirely marketing for Major League Baseball. Young stars have become a major part of the MLB All-Star Game, not just the fan favorites that we know. It used to be about the legends, the 10-year veterans, the 12-year players. Like, those are the guys that were celebrated at the All-Star Game. The All-Star Game has shifted in the last couple of years now to be more focusing on the young, rising stars of the game. And it's a major honor for those guys to be recognized and involved in this. And so for Jacob Misiorowski, just like Paul Skeens last year, Tark Skubal of the Detroit Tigers, yes, they have more accolades. They've started more games. But Jacob Misiorowski is a massive betting favorite to win Rookie of the Year. He is the rising star of the league right now. He's outdueled Skeens and Clayton Kershaw in nationally televised games. So, to me, there's no doubt he deserves, while the other pitchers have said no, he deserves to be showcased on the national stage for baseball fans who haven't seen him yet, because some of those big games were day games or midweek. Like, this is a great spot for him to get an inning and to say, welcome to the big leagues, dude. Like, this is a guy you're going to want to see who's going to be in Cy Young contention for the next decade plus. Absolutely, he deserves to be there.
All right, Jesse, quick question for you. Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Producer of the Year comes out, and you've been doing this 7 years. You've done a great job. Some things better than others, but you've done a great job. And you're thinking you're going to be nominated, but a young Riley Yauk comes in and just crushes it on Thursday and Friday of last week. And all of a sudden they're like, man, this guy is a jiu-jitsuer. He does all this fun stuff. We nominated him because he is going to bring the jiu-jitsu community into the WBA. You're good with that.
This is such a good analogy, by the way.
No, Jesse, be good with that.
Yeah,
right?
this is good.
I'm not saying we're naming him the MVP of the All-Star game. I'm saying you can give him one inning to pitch.
No, he's taking your nomination out.
And also, we're not saying he's winning the Cy Young Award. He's not a Cy Young finalist after 5 starts. He's going to the
winning the WBA.
No,
he is one of the nominees because, oh my God, we can get this whole jiu-jitsu community to come in and sponsor and do this for the WBAs. Jesse, no offense. You're not. So this is what we're going to do.
It's not the same thing. What you're saying is instead of it's not a Wisconsin Broadcasters Award would be equivalent to winning the Cy Young. Like what you're saying is let's have some kind of mid-year producer convention, and of all the producers that are going to be invited,
an all-star or a big gala of sorts. Yeah, it's literally the exact same thing.
We've got a guy who's done it for 40 years up in lacrosse. We've got, sure, I'll go. Josh DiMaggio will go. And Riley's done a great job filling in. It'd be great to hear perspective of a young up-and-coming
No, it's
talent.
one or the other, though. It's one or the other.
Yeah, they're taking you out and putting him in.
Sure,
even though you deserve it more.
Scenario.
If I produce,
Jesse, you deserve it more. That's why. Yeah. So you should vote no.
And I think a producer community would recognize. Yeah, I might deserve it more, but I produced on Sunday, so we're gonna have the up and comer going. It'll mean a lot to him, and it'll showcase some of the young rising talent.
Take place
Absolutely,
because you don't have to pitch. That's where this goes. This is the exact scenario. The young, hip, this is a young star. We're trying to grow the game. They're trying to grow the game in the jiu-jitsu community. We want to start getting some jiu-jitsu radio commentating. Riley Yauk is our ticket. We want to bring him in.
And he kind of looks like
the
Miz.
Jesse Nelson or to Hunter or to Joshy? It's not.
I think you're losing track of your analogy, and I think I perfected it, and you don't want to hear it.
You know I'm right. Jason, you know I'm right on this.
I know you're right. You are right. It's a really good analogy. And your spot is that you deserve to be nominated, and instead they're sending Riley.
The jiu-jitsuer.
The All-Star Game is an exhibition showcasing the young,
it's an
bright
honor.
talent.
Come on, don't say that. Don't.
Yes,
it's not about.
And all the guys who were picked to the
game.
team think it's so much of an honor that half of them are skipping out on participating in it so they can go spend an extra meal at home and get healthy for the second half of the season because 6 teams in each league now make the playoffs and everybody's in a pennant race except for like 4 teams. So everybody doesn't want to participate because all the teams are good now. So therefore, they don't want to risk injury. So baseball needs to consider what they can do to get more buy-in from all of their star players to actually be part of their All-Star game. Otherwise, this thing is going to go the way of the Pro Bowl very quickly.
Jesse, you didn't answer the question. How are you voting in the poll? Deserve it or not deserve? Not will be fun to watch. Not excited. Does he deserve to be in the All-Star game?
I voted yes. He outdueled Paul Skeens and Clayton Kershaw, and he set a major league record with 11 no-hit innings to begin his career.
Yeah, it's awesome. He has been fantastic. He's like Youngster.
He's the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. He is one of the stars of the first half of the baseball season, and in a smaller market, he won't be showcased as much as he can be on Tuesday night on a national stage. I am excited for him, and I think he's fully deserving to be there. Yes.
91 votes in. Do you believe Packers rookie Jacob Misiorowski deserves to be
Brewers rookie
in the All-Star? What did I say?
You said Packers.
You said Packers.
Sorry.
You got a little Packers itch going on.
I do, definitely scratchy. Do you believe Brewers rookie Jacob Misiorowski deserves to be in the Major League Baseball All-Star game? 91 votes in. It is 50-50.
Wow. Interesting.
So we will see where that poll goes. We want to get to your thoughts. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. We'll do that to start the 10 o'clock hour very late, but not until after Tausch tells us about UW Credit Union.
Indeed, for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They're going to help you reach your financial goals. And people ask me all the time, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, I like keeping my banking local. I love their member-first service, and I love great perks like early payday. But I just love Bucky. How do you say no to that cute little face? If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom will make you do crazy things, but boy, does this make sense. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The Milwaukee Brewers red hot into the MLB All-Star break. Winners of 7 straight games, setting a franchise record 56 wins before the break. 56-40, a high watermark for the season, 16 games over 500, following a 3-game sweep of the Washington Nationals over the weekend at American Family Field. 8-1 the final on Sunday afternoon. So that means it's All-Star Week now for the Brewers, who enter the break 1 game back of the Cubs for first place in the NL Central and just a game and a half back of the Dodgers for the best record in all of the National League. 2 All-Stars representing the Brewers tomorrow night. Not Freddie Peralta, who was originally named to the team. Instead, closer Trevor McGill and rookie sensation Jacob Misiorowski, controversially selected the player with the fewest career starts, 5 to ever make the MLB All-Star Game. We're talking about that with your phone calls coming up next on Wilde and Tausch here on 100.5 ESPN. Live video streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch does indeed begin sooner or later. Usually the later. 844-770-3776. Where do you fall on the Miz in the All-Star game? I'm fascinated by Tausch's position that he acknowledges he doesn't deserve to go, but he agrees with the decision to have him go. I'm wondering if that's a hair that a lot of fans are splitting, or maybe just Brewers fans, or maybe they just simply believe he deserves it. Case closed, end of story.
We call it the Youngster. We call it, do you deserve it? It's the Youngster effect.
And he tweeted something over the weekend that people think he looks like Jacob Misiorowski. Do we agree with that?
Ooh,
just a shorter version?
I'll have to take a look.
No.
I'll have to do a side-by-side.
Up-and-coming star in the jiu-jitsu community. I'll take a look.
Meanwhile, Geriad is wondering if the Miz, how we feel about the Miz taking Rashawn Gary's spot in the Pro Bowl. Maybe similarly deserving.
Yeah, who's more deserving, Jacob Misiorowski All-Star Game or Rashawn Gary?
Rashawn Gary, and it's not close.
Rashawn Gary also number 80 on the team in the NFL 100 list. I'm eager to see if he delivers on that high number. Let's get to the phones. Let's start with Jesse's lunch buddy. It is Mike, or was it dinner? Mike, the wedding DJ. Mike, good morning. How you doing, buddy?
Good morning. I'm well. Riley does look a little like the Miz, a shorter version, but he's better looking. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
So where do you fall on this,
That
Mike?
was a compliment.
Yeah, what was the snap there?
All
I'm
right.
with Mike. What was the snap there, Jesse?
It's not that that's a negative. That was a shocking
it's a snap at Jacob Misiorowski.
delivery. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that
So-
one. All right.
This is an interesting question because it's not clear cut. He does not deserve to go based on the 5 starts, not because of his performance, but just because there are other players that are better deserving. The problem is then they turned it down. The one factor you have not mentioned is All-Star bonus money. Remember, some of these players make money for being named the All-Star, whether they attend the game or not. Christopher Sanchez of the Phillies, who has an 8-2 record with a 2.50 ERA and a 1.14 WHIP with 122 strikeouts, clearly a better year than Miz, and should have gone, turned it down for rest. Believe it or not, the Phillies are going to pay Sanchez the $50,000 All-Star bonus, even though they didn't deserve it.
Good point.
Because they didn't have to, but they decided this was such a snub that they did this. I don't know why they're not doing it for Ranger Suarez on their own team. He must not have the same type of clause, but Suarez is even having a better year than Sanchez. But money comes into play here, as well as legacy. I feel bad for these two because when you go through their baseball card, well, they still make baseball cards, I guess, but when they do that, they won't have an asterisk saying, okay, they were at the All-Star game, but they didn't get the pitch. They weren't named All-Stars at all. Like Castellanos said, they should have at least been named All-Stars. And I agree. Solve this problem by saying, okay, Sanchez, you're an All-Star. You decided not to go. That's fine, but you're still an All-Star. They do this in the NFL all the time. Look at before they turned the Pro Bowl into whatever these flag football game events, when they actually had rosters, even though the games were a joke, they would have like 7 different guys who were named Pro Bowl quarterbacks for one of the leagues each year because a guy would get named and then he'd pull out a few days later, oh, my elbow's sore. That player still is called a Pro Bowler for that season, like in 2012, doesn't play, never shows up in Hawaii or Orlando. He's still a Pro Bowler.
You're right.
That's on his career. Whereas you get bozo guys, who was it? It was Hundley from the Ravens, was a Pro Bowl quarterback a couple years ago. He's listed as a Pro Bowler. He doesn't have the stats. I mean, I'll give the Miz this. At least he's got legit stats where he is a great pitcher five starts in. But this situation is stunning. Let me give you an example of how stunning it is. I'm DJing a wedding reception in Windsor. Saturday night, 9 o'clock, my phone, I get an update from the Brewers saying the Miz has made the All-Star game. I am stunned. This place is full of Brewer fans. I get on the mic and announce that the Miz has made the All-Star team, and somebody goes, yeah, that's funny. I go, this is breaking news out of Milwaukee. I am serious. The place goes berserk. They went nuts. This was a big party. They went crazy because of the Miz making the team.
Which is why he's an All-Star. Yeah, that's people want to see this. There's no thanks for the call, Mike, and thanks for the insight, because that reaction at the wedding that he was DJing is exactly what Major League Baseball is going for, not just from Brewers fans, but look, if you throw 103 miles an hour and he goes in there and, like you said, blows away 3 of the AL's top hitters in his inning and strikes them all out, they're seeing big-time buzz. They're excited about that. That's exactly what they want, deserving or not.
Jesse, how would Becca have felt if Mike was your wedding DJ and during right after the father-daughter dance, he's like, and Miz made the All-Star game. How would Becca have handled that?
I mean, we had a Bucks-Nets playoff Game 1 update in the best man speech that Tier 1 Dave gave at my wedding, so I'm all for it. I think it's good.
Okay.
Work the crowd. That's Mike's job. If you're working the crowd, everybody's up and at him and having fun.
I love it.
Go for it.
I love it. I was just curious on how that just shows you again, and we said this last week, dude is a star, and that's why I get why Major League Baseball is doing it. I think it's great, but you can kind of pick away at what the words are and deserving. The answer is no. He just doesn't.
We'll get to more of your calls, so if you're on hold, stay there, and we'll get to your texts on this as well. We'll check in on the poll question. That's still coming up, but I want to remind you about our great partnership with Lakeland Supply, which has joined the Wilde and Tausch team, and core values are an important piece to any successful business, and Lakeland Supply is no different. They've been displaying their core values in the industrial supply space for over 40 years. Integrity, excellence, stewardship, partnership, and faith. They're ISO certified, a Future 50 winner, top rated in customer satisfaction, and they believe in giving back to the community. Lakeland isn't one of those catalog companies either. They work to be your packaging and supply expert, building around what you want. Lakeland Supply is in the business to make your business better, so set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick
Jason,
around.
before we go to break, if you want, you can hang out. I am going to go give our first update on the bathroom where we're at. I'm going to do that during this break for all of our YouTube, as Jesse so eloquently says, dwellers.
More next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Great stuff.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on July 29th.
Turio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third down.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in July 29th at 6:40 on WISC TV in Madison, or check your local listings to watch the game.
It's always a beautiful experience coming out to the ballpark. Many fans prep in the parking lot amongst our legendary tailgaters. When you're ready for new windows and doors, prep for those at the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. See, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from different Pella lines side by side. And if you order by July 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years on Blue Mountain Road, or visit PellaWI.com today.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? Discover TPC Wisconsin, an instant classic in the heart of the Midwest. With a course co-designed by Steve Stricker and PGA Tour Designs, it's the 13th and newest TPC Network golf club in the world. Other high-quality amenities include a short game practice area, athletic performance center, and meeting and dining facilities, plus membership benefits that reach around the globe. Schedule a tour at tpcwisconsin.com and start your journey to a lifetime of priceless golf.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Want to move better, play faster, and compete at a higher level? Train where Wisconsin's top athletes go. Total Athlete Performance. From middle school phenoms to the pros, TAP is Madison's #1 destination for speed, power, and athleticism. Their proven systems, expert coaches, and cutting-edge equipment help you dominate your sport. Can't make it in? Train anywhere with the TAP mobile app. Spots are filling fast, so don't wait. Visit tapwisconsin.com to schedule your free athletic assessment today.
Wilde and Tausch is back on the road this Wednesday, July 16th. Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. We're taking the show to Fort Atkinson at Jones Market, your go-to spot for all-natural breakfast sausage, hickory smoked hams, and dry-aged bacons. Shop their full selection of Jones products, plus local cheeses, fresh bakery, and Wisconsin-made goodies, all in a cozy hometown market setting. Come join us this Wednesday from 9 to noon at Jones Market in Fort Atkinson, just off Highway 26.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Hold on, I don't wanna know what it's like when you're gone. I don't wanna move on. I don't wanna know what it's like when you're gone for good. You're slipping through my fingertips, a little bit by a little bit. I didn't know the love of you.
Let's get back to the phone lines on this. 844-770-3776. That is the carbless talk and text line. This is more. Let's go to a guy who came out to the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Experience Center in Brookfield to see us in person. And now he's on the phone from the south side. It is Jim on the south side. Jim, good morning. Thanks for holding on. What are you thinking?
Well, it was nice to see you guys out there.
Yeah.
But on this, when I first heard that Miz got picked, I thought, wow, that's kind of cool because you like to see Brewers make the team. But you know me, I'm an old guy. You saw me. I'm a
You are old.
Too, and he was deserving. It's nice for him to have made it, but I don't think 5 starts is enough to qualify as an all-star. And I was thinking, for people who are fans in San Diego, they'd probably rather see Miz pitch than Ivani Gallardo, because they want to see what all the buzz is about. But I don't think that he's qualified.
You sound a lot like Tausch.
Well, he's definitely. I just want to make sure. And Jim, thanks for the call. He's qualified, no doubt. But 5 starts is a low amount, and deserving and being showcased, those are 2 different conversations, in my opinion.
Jesse, what do we have on the text portion of the talk and text line?
Greg and Madison, if the game was Wednesday, Sunday pitchers could participate. It's their bullpen day. MLB screwed up. So I was thinking about this the other day with the amount of pitchers that are declining and the way that analytics has said, you want all these days off, and the amount of teams who are in pennant races down the stretch now. It makes sense to try, if you want to have the stars who are all declining participating in the game, if you want to try and incentivize them somehow to get into it, one of the things they could do is move the game back one day. So that you probably, the Sunday pitchers, you might still get the Sunday pitchers opting out or the Friday pitchers opting out, but I think what baseball could do is play the game Wednesday, do the home run derby Tuesday, take Thursday, Friday off, then do a series Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or maybe even have everybody do a 4-game series, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because they don't want to lose the revenue of games the following weekend or the previous weekend. So you can't take those games away. But you also want to create enough rest where you can still have those guys participate in the game if you want it to be a true exhibition of the best talent in the sport.
How long has this been a factor in whether guys participate or not? Has this been 20 years now that we've been guys declining or choosing not to attend because they pitched the previous Sunday or because they're up in the rotation? How long has this been a factor in who's on an all-star team?
24 years ago. Wasn't it 2001 that the All-Star Game was in Miller Park?
2002 was that year.
Okay, so 23 years ago. That's when this whole thing came to fruition. We ran out of pitching, and I get it. The money is gargantuan. Everybody is protecting everybody's interest. But at some point, sports is competition, and baseball used to be the creme de la creme, and then basketball is behind it. Basketball's turned into such a joke that they need to go world versus U.S., and I think that'll amp it up. Hockey does it right because their guys compete and they're out there and they make it about competition. Sports is about competition. When you take that out of it and you're only worried about the self-serving interest, it gets watered down and it is not as good. And I'm not saying, well, Nolan Ryan did it. Oh, Roger Clemens did it. Those are all true, and it was better. It doesn't mean it's going to continue on that way. So I don't know what the creative, what ways you can get around this, but once the competition aspect of sports goes away, interest in it wanes too. We've seen it. Every sport has lived it. Hockey reinvigorated it, and I'd hope that other teams, that other leagues look at this and say, how are we getting at? Basketball certainly has. Baseball better too. And maybe instead of the All-Star Game, maybe we make this thing into what used to be called the World Baseball Classic. Maybe we go down that route and we do a 3-game series and crank it up and do it that way. Make it competition, still have the home run derby, but make this thing a 3-game set, and you just go to work and you give the rest of the players a week off and you let everything reset. That would be the only way to get the competition juices flowing again, and I'm not sure what the appetite for that's going to be.
What killed All-Star games?
Money.
How so?
It used to be a big deal for these players to make 50, 75 grand. Now you have $250 million contracts. You're like, I'm going to protect my interest in my arm. The hitters are still playing. They're still doing it. But pitching, you're seeing more Tommy John than ever. You're seeing more stuff. And guys are just looking at it like the juice ain't worth the squeeze. So it's not. And that's the unfortunate part of it. So that's what's changed. It used to be Nolan Ryan. The interleague baseball has hurt it because it used to be a big deal. Oh my God, I get to see Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn was my guy. I didn't get to see him. Now, he's down in Milwaukee. He's there for a 3-game set. All right, that's cute. Not Tony Gwynn, obviously, R.I.P. But that's what my point is.
Yeah, the fact that you play interleague games year-round now hurts. The fact that every game is very accessible to watch actually hurts it, because it used to be a big deal when you got to see all these guys on the same field. If you didn't have access to watch the West Coast games, or West Coasters watching the East Coast games, everybody's in the same place and it's nationally televised. So that hurts. All sports, I think, not just baseball, all sports. My question, so how many times has someone actually got hurt at an All-Star game? Because that's what everyone always cites.
Well, that catcher that Charlie Hustle.
Ray Fosse when Pete Rose ran him over in 1974.
Right, so that was in the 70s. But all these other ones are, we're not going to play, we're not going to pitch, we're not going to participate because we're at risk of getting hurt for an exhibition game. When has that ever actually happened?
That punter in the Pro Bowl when Sean Taylor took him out. Those are some memorable ones. I'm sure there are other instances of people straining a hamstring or something like that. But look, there is inherent risk every time you take the field, including in an All-Star game. You could get hurt. I just think, to Tausch's point, we are definitely in an era where in none of these All-Star games, players view it as the juice being worth the squeeze. I think that's the reality of it, because they have so much more at stake. I don't know if you got orange juice among all the great treats that Lance Davis delivered from Quick Trip at your job site, but I know you got some Karuba coffee, and I know you love your Quick Trip.
We did get Karuba coffee, and this summer, get ready to climb to the top. Gear up for Quick Trip Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Every sip gets you closer to the summit. And now through August 17th, play every day for free in the Quick Rewards app. You can score bonus plays with every eligible item that you grab, and the cash prize climbs by $5,000, stacking higher and higher until one player reaches that top prize of $250,000. Get climbing now in the Quick Rewards app. Quick Trips Mountain Dew Quick Climb, your summer, your climb, your win. No purchase is necessary. We'll also have a couple of great deals going right now. Quickery Applewood Smoked Bacon. How great does that sound? Nature's Touch shredded or block cheese for $1.99. You get the simple shredded hash browns as well. All of the great deals at Quick Trip. Take advantage of everything Quick Trip has to offer, like those rewards, and every purchase. And you can order ahead. Quick Trip. We'll see you next time.
We'll get to a few of your texts next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
You love choices.
Like your choices with a Sweeto metal roof.
Choose standing seam or high-profile steel shingles that come in a variety of styles that last a lifetime.
Put a Sweeto metal roof on and take the worry off with choices.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Sweeto. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Sweeto metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Sweeto metal roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Metro Kia of Madison is Madison's trusted Kia dealership, and they are home to the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service your vehicle, Metro Kia of Madison is the place to go. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned Kia, you can browse their extensive inventory and find this month's specials at MetroKiaofMadison.com. That's MetroKiaofMadison.com. Find your new vehicle at your trusted Kia dealership on the east side of Madison today.
The ESPN Madison Open presented by Coors Light is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing their bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. ESPN Madison Open also brought to you by Badger Land Exteriors, Annex Wealth Management, Sunday Paper, Incredible Bank, Borikov Osman LLC, and Retirement Income Strategies.
What's in your summer survival kit? Mark Tauscher here, and I'll tell you what should be. A cooler full of drinks, a comfy lawn chair, and for just $12.99, a large Hut Lovers pizza from Pizza Hut. For a limited time, choose from 4 loaded legends, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, veggie lovers, and the spicy Hawaiian for just $12.99. Hot, melty, and made to crush hunger. A perfect summer go-to order. Order up before it's gone on the Pizza Hut app. And remember, nobody out-pizzas the Hut. Additional charge for extra toppings, pan, stuffed crust, and extra cheese.
Attention business owners and executives. Looking for a bank that's invested in your community as you are? Look no further than Starion Bank. As a Dane County community bank, Starion offers competitive deposit and loan rates while actively supporting local initiatives. Visit a business banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, and Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, full-service business banking, lending, and cash management.
This update is sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you.
Play Brewers Baseball Bingo presented by U.S. Cellular for the chance to win prizes all season long. Download the MLB Ballpark app from the App Store or Google Play to get in on the action.
Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
Clinky Cleaners has been in business for over 65 years, and they've had document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems for right around 30 years. CFO Sean Young explains why.
Probably the best thing about James Imaging that's worked for us is they're reliable, they're dependent, they always make things easy for us.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and local people who make doing business easy.
They're quick to come whenever we need them, point out lots of simple things for us to try to save us some money and save us time and eliminate headaches.
So Sean, the bottom line of having business technology from James Imaging Systems?
I just appreciate the work that James Imaging has done for us. They're always looking out for our best interests.
James Imaging Systems. Make it easy, save money, eliminate headaches. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Well, pick me up where
Jeff in the
going
YouTube comments. I feel awful for the Miz. He never had this controversy on his bingo card. I think he's probably, though, still excited about the opportunity. I'm sure he doesn't appreciate people saying he doesn't deserve to go or this is a joke or whatever those Phillies players said, but it's still a pretty cool opportunity for him. I hope he pitches well. I hope he does exactly what you said.
I don't think anybody should feel bad for Miz. Listen, man, it's part of the deal. Like, he is going to go and pitch and have a great time. And I'm certain that, the guys that feel like they were snubbed, the Phillies or whoever, they'll get over it. I heard, as I was driving down to our Kohler demo and install today, I was listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. And Chewy is talking about how something similar to this happened. Obviously, Chewy had a longer resume, but his fourth year, he kind of broke that Novacek, Brent Jones tight end train. He got in, and then Brent Jones was pissed. He's kind of bad-mouthing, and then all of a sudden he looked, and his stat line was a lot better. Brent Jones ended up apologizing to him. So I know it's a smaller sample size, but Miz has done enough that people are excited about what he's doing to get there. Everything is just going to kind of, once the game is done and you get back to playing baseball, this will move along. And Miz is going to be able to say he probably was the all-star with the least amount of starts to ever make an all-star appearance. And that's kind of a cool thing to have.
Jesse, what are you seeing on the Carbless Talking text line, the text portion, 844-770-3776?
A rare non-Aaron Rodgers text from Erica in Milwaukee. Why does the MLB All-Star Game seem more honorary than the NFL Pro Bowl? Almost seems like picking a league MVP.
Yeah, I would say this. Guys still want to be picked for the Pro Bowl, but they don't want to go play in it, and that's why they don't have a game anymore. They want the accolade. They don't want the participation. And I think it was Mike, the wedding DJ, who said this. Unlike the Pro Bowl, where they just keep going down the alternates list, like these other pitchers, they declined before they were named an all-star and then replaced, so they don't get that honorary all-star title because they just turned it down, and the Miz does. I don't know about you, Tausch. I get the feeling that given how many pitchers said they weren't going to pitch, they would like the honorary, I was an all-star, being able to say so, but I didn't pitch because my turn in the rotation was coming up. They're not mad that they're not pitching in the game.
No, I don't think, and I don't think the teams are mad that they're not pitching because they want to keep them fresh. I have an idea, and I have a solution to some of these problems. So it's a 9-inning game. Obviously, you can go extra innings, and I'm sure they'll do California. I don't know what their extra inning policy is. But what if we did this? You as a team, the game starts, and you put your starting pitcher out there. But then throughout a 9-inning game, the National League will say, all right, I have so-and-so coming up. I got my big hitters coming up. I want this batting practice pitcher to pitch this inning. You still play defense behind him, and you go about it that way. And both teams have a designated pitcher for them. So the National League will say, we're down a couple runs. We got Yelich. We have our, some of our better players coming up. I want our BP pitcher to come in for that inning. And the defense plays and gets guys out, but it's the BP guy. You get 2 innings. You get to pick which innings they get to come out and pitch. What do you think?
No. I think you have a lot of great ideas.
Okay.
This isn't one of them.
Why not? Don't we want to see runs? Granted, we get 7. Now you have 7 innings you have 7 pitchers that have to come in and pitch. You get 2 where you have your batting practice pitcher pitching to your guys. It will add the juice. Which inning are you going to pick? Oh, I want the 3rd inning because you would think you'd see some home runs. You'd see a little added juice to the game. What's the matter with that? It's an exhibition. This would take away the image of, oh, this is a competitive battle. Oh, we're going to give home field for it. Get out of here. That was always dumb. This adds another layer of when you're going to bring him in and what happens when you got your BP guy thrown.
I actually thought the home field advantage thing was a lot of fun when they did it.
It was really
I was upset when they got rid of it. The best thing about baseball's All-Star Game, and you've been around longer than me, but the thing that people love the most about it is that it most looks like the regular product of the game.
Yeah, those days are over, my friend.
No, it isn't. Watch or listen to the game tomorrow night. You can listen to it on ESPN Radio. It is the same baseball game as you would hear on Sunday Night Baseball next week.
Oh, sure, yeah, because guys only pitch one inning. You have 9 guys pitch one inning. That happens in every baseball game. I've seen that.
In football, there's no tackling. They don't even play the game anymore. Hockey's ridiculous. The NBA, it's become a 3.
Hockey's ridiculous?
They're scoring 200.
Did you not watch hockey?
Hockey's different when they do the 4 nations face-off, but that's not what they're going to do next year, allegedly. They're going back to the regular form. When it's just the traditional All-Star game, it stinks. And the NBA, we know what that's become. Baseball's the one All-Star game that still looks like the product of the game that it always is. And you can play the game with a guy in left field, and he's not going to get hurt in an All-Star game. And that's why it's the one that has had the most staying power, and it's been successful.
Except for pitching, it is the most. And this way, you're going to still – it's not like you're going up there. It's not being put on a tee. But there are going to be some bombs. There's going to be some different things. It's a different strategy. Let's stop with the illusion that Jesse has that this is a regular game. It's not. It's not a regular game.
Yeah.
So let's stop with the illusion that it is.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Jason,
don't think
before you take over, Miz is an example of we want to entertain. We want our young stars. We want to showcase. Is that fair?
It is.
Is that fair?
I don't know
if we want to entertain, let's see when you're going to see some BP while the game's going on. It's an ad.
I don't know if people find having the batting practice pitcher come out during the All-Star game as entertaining.
And here's Marcus Hamill to come out and throw a little BP. Yeah, look at that. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Nobody wants to see Mark McGwire hit a 500-foot bomb off of the Green Monster.
No,
that wouldn't be fun to watch.
Not off of Ralph the bullpen pitcher.
I disagree.
No. Now, I know this example is not great because, and I don't know why I have this information in my brain still, but I do. I find it incredible that Rick Russell was the starting pitcher for the National League in 1989. But he was, and he won a bunch of games in the majors. I don't know. I don't think he's a 300-game winner, but he was pretty good. And he was the starting pitcher for the NL. He was playing for the San Francisco Giants. What people want to see is, and again, Rick Russell doesn't, no disrespect to Rick Russell. I'm sorry if I'm demeaning your accomplishments as a baseball player, but it's not Greg Maddux. It would have been nice if Greg Maddux had thrown this pitch. But what people want to see is Bo Jackson hitting a leadoff home run in the All-Star game in 1989. That's what they want, off of, theoretically, the best pitcher in the NL. And whether that's Rick Russell or Smoltz or Glavine or any of the great pitchers from that era, that's what they want to see. They don't want to see someone trot out their BP pitcher. It doesn't mean as much if you hit the ball out of the ballpark like that. Just saying.
Both teams are getting the opportunity to set it.
I understand. I understand you feel very strongly about this.
No, I think it's a fun idea. I do.
May I?
So, Jesse, just wait a second.
Never mind.
Maybe, okay, if you want to do the 9-inning game normal, great. When it gets to extra innings then, and you don't have any arms left, BP it. No?
No.
Would you rather have Joe Torre whisper to Bud Selig, hey, man, we don't have any pitching, the game's a tie, let's go home, or have the BP come out and see who does it? What would be better?
But that's not what you're arguing.
I just changed my tune because I can adjust. I am now saying you run out of arms, it goes BP. What's better?
I would rather see the batting practice pitcher pitch the extra innings of a tie game so we have a result.
There is another alternative, and it's just keeping another pitcher in the bullpen ready to go so that you don't have that situation. Just manage the game the right way. You're our extra innings guy.
I thought, and maybe this is what's so rich about this from Jason. He cried and whined about
what did I do now?
About the Rams-Patriots Super Bowl. The ugliest thing, low scoring. Now I'm giving you an opportunity of baseball to see home run palooza after, rip after rip, and you're sitting there saying, no, give me somebody to shut down. Give me a guy that shuts it down and gives no runs.
Do you really believe?
Do you really
believe
coming from you? Very rich.
Do you really believe that you're comparing apples to apples? A Super Bowl involving the two best teams, theoretically, in the league, playing a 13-3 ball game, or having a batting practice pitcher take the mound during the All-Star game. You really feel like those are equivalencies there? Is that what you're saying?
Obviously, it's a broad comparison, but you either like defense and grinding, or you don't. In this case, you're saying give me a 2-1 game. I'm saying in an All-Star game, I'm okay if I see a bunch of home runs and some fun stuff happening where it's not all hyper competitive, because let's be honest, these players aren't taking this as hyper competitive. They're looking at it as exhibition. And even in the heyday, the best stuff when Crucky is up there and Randy Johnson, he's flipping his helmet around. That's the memorable stuff that people remember. They don't remember Dave Stewart striking out Candy Maldonado to end the 6th inning. Like, we don't care. Like, we want memories when you're talking about exhibitions. I remember that. I remember Cal Ripken going yard. Like, I remember those things. I don't remember Cal Ripken hitting a grounder on a great pitch by Dave Stieb on a splitter, and he hit a ground ball double play to end the 3rd inning. Think about this big picture.
You remember Torrey Hunter going over the wall and snagging the Barry Bonds home run?
That was a great play, and I would have loved it if it was the BP pitcher for San Fran, and he does the same thing.
So your idea to improve MLB All-Star Week is to have an expose with a lot of home runs that entertain the crowd and don't necessarily showcase defense with batting practice pitchers.
No, you got 7 innings to do that.
I've got really good news for you about 7 o'clock tonight.
You get a little mix of both. No, it's not the same thing, and you know it.
Associated Bank. There's no better bank with no better customer service than our friends at Associated Bank. And while I may not have had a conversational segue from Tausch's idea for the All-Star Game, and how do you pick the batting practice pitchers? Do you now do balloting for the who's the best batting practice pitcher in the league that would get the opportunity?
Got snubbed, yeah.
It'd be a pretty good honor for whoever got to do it, yeah.
Just like the honor that Associated Bank got from J.D. Power and Associates for all of their great customer service. But not only that, they've got Brewers checking, Badgers checking, and Packers checking as well, so you can back your favorite team and support them while you're also getting that great customer service. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is our crew.
A drive, left center, deep. See you later, Caleb Durbin. Turn out the lights.
You're listening to Madison's new home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball, 100.5 ESPN.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Black Friday in July is on at Steinhoffels. Save 10% store-wide and shop hot deals now at steinhoffels.com.
Ben Brust appeared on the Jump Around Thursday afternoon to talk some Badgers hoops, and there's not a doubt in his mind which transfer he's most excited to see this season.
It's Boyd, hands down. It's absolutely Boyd, hands down. I think he'll be the rock for this team with the capability of producing at a high level as well. So when you have such a tenured NCAA basketball player coming to a program where, everyone's itching for that second weekend in Sweet 16, he's the type of guy I want on my team.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Ever thought about hitting a golf ball in Camp Randall Stadium? Well, now is your chance. On August 1st and 2nd, you can enjoy a VIP experience while hitting tee shots from the upper deck throughout the stadium down to custom greens on the field below. Start and end your round with great music, cold beers, food, and numerous golf challenges. Event is open to all ages, but hurry because tee times will go fast. Go to upperdeckgolf.com to book a tee time today. That's upperdeckgolf.com.
Summer is heating up, and so are the prizes at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. On Friday, July 25th, 38 winners will take home a combination of cash and rewards play in our Kabooming Riches promotion. We're talking a total of $81,000 in total prizes. 2 winners will be selected every half hour starting at noon and going until 9 p.m. And the prizes get bigger and bigger as the day goes on. Kaboom! We're bursting with prizes at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
The sound of summer is on ESPN Madison.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Madison's home of the Brewers.
At the track, at the wall, jumped up. Jackson Chario brought it back.
Catch every Milwaukee Brewers game this season on 100.5 ESPN.
Back and watching it sail. It's a grand slam.
Brewers baseball on ESPN Madison is presented by Hard Rock Casino Rockford and brought to you by the Pfister Hotel in downtown Milwaukee.
Gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 17th. Play free daily in the Quick Rewards app and earn bonus plays with every eligible purchase. Grab one with hot food. That's 2 bonus plays. Each week, the cash prize climbs by $5,000, all the way to a $250,000 grand prize. So open the app and get climbing. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents residing in Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, North Dakota, or Wisconsin. Ends August 17th. Bonus plays require qualifying purchase. See full rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
This is our crew.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. It's a dozen for the Miz. We are watching a video game right now at American Family Field.
Madison's new home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball. 100.5 ESPN.
Jesse, where do we stand on the poll question before we move off the Miz debates?
The poll is posted on Twitter at Wilde and Tausch. Do you believe Brewers rookie Jacob Misiorowski deserves to be in the MLB All-Star Game? Tausch, any guesses before I unveil it? I know you like to do that.
Well, you already said it was at 50-50. I still think the no will win, but I think it'll be close. I'd say 45-55, something like that.
60% no.
Yeah, moved a lot.
60% no with almost 400 votes in, so picked up pretty significantly there.
But they're still glad that he's pitching or scheduled to pitch.
Yeah, you can be happy that he's in the game and know that, okay, there's probably other pitchers who are more deserving. I think, given the it's impossible to have, is he more deserving than Clayton Kershaw to be in the game? Is he more deserving than Freddie Peralta? Of course not. So to have no context of all these other pitchers said they don't want to play in it, so now they got to the Miz and asked him if he wants to be in it.
Yeah.
It's not fair to say, does he deserve to be in it? Like that, circumstantially, he does deserve to be in it. In the grand scheme of who deserves to be in MLB All-Star games, does Jacob Misiorowski deserve it after 5 starts? No. But that's not the reality we're living in with this question, which is why it's so difficult to talk about it.
which is why I asked about the number of pitchers who turned down the invites when we first started this debate.
Brand new tub coming in.
Are you holding up your iPad with baseball bats? What is that?
No, it's like
upside down chair.
It's like a book deal. So I have it on top of an Instapot, and then I have looks like what you'd put books on or a picture. It's like an easel.
An easel.
On. Yeah, it's
nice.
like a baby easel.
So wait, so the bathtub has
I'll
emerged.
Go back over and I'll show the tub. It's a beautiful looking tub.
All right. Well, that is ahead during the 11 o'clock hour, as well as a little bit of Packers talk at some point, maybe, and trivia and Whoa Nelly. That's all still ahead. The 11 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app, home to all your favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows at the touch of a fingertip. Plus, find featured content, enter contests, and more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple and Android app stores today. The Milwaukee Brewers red hot into the MLB All-Star break. 56-40. That is a Brewers franchise record at the break. They've never won 56 games before the All-Star break before. It includes 7 straight wins to close out the first half of the season, including an 8-1 win to sweep the Nationals Sunday afternoon at American Family Field. The Brewers enter the All-Star break 1 game back of the first-place Chicago Cubs in the NL Central and just a game and a half back of the Dodgers for the best record in all of the National League. 2 All-Stars representing the Brewers this week in Atlanta, a game you can listen to tomorrow night here on 100.5 ESPN. Closer Trevor McGill, and added over the weekend, rookie sensation Jacob Misiorowski. Controversially, a lot of conversation locally and nationally about that decision by the National League and Major League Baseball. All-Star game tomorrow night, home run derby tonight.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. I didn't even realize I was doing it when we were putting out the poll question that I called Jacob Misiorowski a Packers All-Star. Because this is the deepest we've gone in a show in a long time without discussing them at all. Tausch, I know you've been reading along with all of the Packers by position stories. Yesterday it was the quarterbacks. Today it's the running backs. We got 10 of those stories coming up as we lead into training camps.
Yeah, the big news,
practice.
And this kid will not be, he's not going to get the Misiorowski treatment. But Anthony Belton, that news is getting more and more interesting because there's now teams reporting. I think the Chargers are playing in that Hall of Fame game.
Yep.
Their second-round pick, not there. There is a litany of second-round picks. Almost all of them have not signed. And there's going to be an inordinate amount of pressure for teams to not give these guaranteed deals out to second-round picks and for these players to sign guaranteed deals. So while I thought that this story would be kind of a nothing burger, I see Florio on Pro Football Talk talking about it. There is a movement and talk that all of these agents and players are going to get together and say, we're not signing anything until it's all guaranteed. And then you know what happens, J-Dub? Then the third round picks are going to say, oh, well, there are some underlying things, but this is something because guys have teams have started reporting. Packers have another week and some change. This is a story to monitor because if Belton, he's not going to be competing for Zach Tom. We said that from the jump. That just ain't going to happen. But if they're looking at pushing and having Sean Ryan get pushed, Belton's going to need to be there ASAP. And right now, it feels like something bigger is going on until that tile gets removed from that old bathroom and this new tile, guaranteed contracts, comes into play.
All right. So for those of you that have not been following this story, and I think I know that I said this wrong at one point because I thought it was 4 of the second-round picks had signed. That is incorrect.
I think it's 1, right?
2.
2.
The Cleveland Browns signed their number 33 overall pick, the first pick of the second round, Carson Schlesinger.
Is he the dude that got in trouble?
And no, that was their first-round pick. I
think it was the second-round pick. That the Browns guy just got in trouble. They must have had 2 second-round picks.
Must have. And then Jaden Higgins, the 34th overall pick, the second-round pick, signed with the Houston Texans. And you know why those 2 guys signed?
Fully guaranteed.
Because they got fully guaranteed deals. And now the next 30 guys in the second round are unsigned. By the way, there's also 2 first-round picks that have not signed. I didn't realize that.
Oh, the Bengals guy.
Of course, the Bengals guy. Yes, indeed. And the Broncos' first-round pick has not signed either. All right, so it's interesting that this is an issue against the backdrop of the whole collusion against guaranteed contracts for free agents, like the one that Deshaun Watson, who was not the person that you probably wanted to be the guy that broke this barrier. But that's what happened because, well, for a lot of reasons. So what do you, let's put yourself in Anthony Belton's shoes.
It's a tough spot. Really
what are you doing, old boy?
I don't know.
Because you got to get, you're a rookie. You want to get in there, but what do you do, Jim?
Yeah, it's really hard because this kid just wants his money and he wants to go play and he wants to perform and showcase that he is going to get an opportunity to play. So it's really difficult. And this is why players always lose to the owners, because you always have to come back to what is in your best interest. Well, the best interest is for all these guys to get guaranteed deals. The league, I'll be shocked if the league goes along with this. Collusion or not, this sets that precedent that all of a sudden, well, then if that happens, well, then next year, there ain't going to be a second-round pick that doesn't go for this.
Right.
The bottom line is...
And then the third-round picks start doing it.
You're drafted a kid in the second round. He should be on your team for 4 years.
Correct.
This shouldn't be a big deal. But there were times, and I think they're still doing this, where you sign a split contract. If you get hurt, you only get half your money as a 6th and 7th round pick. And because they can do it, because guys feel that pressure of getting into camp, because otherwise, you know what, we'll find somebody else. And that pressure is real. Second round picks, they know you use capital. There is more pressure on the team to bring him in and to pay him and get him done. I would guess there's going to be some resolution that all 32 teams figure out, because this has big-time ramifications on how the draft continues to go. If they can get these guaranteed, and they should, players should fight. I would love to sit here and tell Belton, don't you dare go in until you get... If they give you 3 of those 4 years guaranteed and you're talking about putting a couple $1 million in your pocket, it's real easy for us on the outside to say, nope, you stand on your principle and don't do that. And it's another thing saying, boy, I could use that $2 or $3 million and start putting it to work for me and get my butt into camp so I can start working. So it's always easier from the cheap seats, Donnie, to make these decisions.
So,
by the way, Maddie Hayes, our social media queen, I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce this guy's name. Quinshon Judkins, second-round pick with the Browns, got into some trouble. I would bet he'll sign a deal that's not going to be fully guaranteed after the issues he got himself into.
Yes.
And thank you, Maddie, for doing the research that I would have hoped our producer or other host had. But
I had it for you. You just moved on.
Oh, you did?
It wasn't relevant anymore.
Well done, Jesse. You're going to get back and pass Youngster up for that Broadcasting Association deal. You keep this up.
The Green Bay Packers' second-round draft picks since the most recent collective bargaining agreement in 2011.
Okay, Jason, let's play a fun game. So you do this, and I'll say deserve the 4-year since today is a day about deserving. Deserve to have all 4 years guaranteed or not?
Yerp or nerp?
Something like that, yeah.
I love a good game of Yerp or Nerp. The reason why I bring this up is because there are a number of second-round picks who did not get to their 4th season.
Gotcha.
With the Green Bay Packers. 2011, Randall Cobb.
Yerp.
2012, defensive tackle out of Michigan State, Jarrell Worthy.
For Jarrell's sake, it should be a yerp, but from the Packers' standpoint, yerp.
Lasted 2 years in Green Bay, 2 seasons with the Packers. Yep. So it would have gotten halfway through a guaranteed 4-year deal. 2013, Eddie Lacy.
Oh, big yerp. Big yerp.
And then he played out his contract, signed a 1-year deal, I think, with the Seahawks, and then was out of the league. 2014, Davante Adams.
I think that's a yerper.
It is. Although there were some folks in 2015 that would have said it's a nerper and get that Jeff Janis guy more opportunities.
I think on your old show, I think I heard somebody on that show saying. I don't remember that for sure, but
don't think it was me.
Okay.
2015, Quentin Rollins. Yeesh.
Probably a nerp.
Yeah. Quentin Rollins.
But that's not Quentin's fault. That's the Packers' fault.
He lasted 3 seasons in Green Bay. He did not get a 4th season. That's the Packers' fault because he didn't deserve to be a second-round pick.
Well, it didn't work out. It comes down to you're not going to hit on all of them. And by the way, Davante and Cobber, you got steals of a steal. So that's why this stuff all equals itself out. That's why I think these players should push hard for the fully guaranteed because the other guys can't get out of it. They're playing for. We went over Zach Tom's deal. You know what I mean?
Well,
for every Zach Tom, you end up with a Quentin Rollins. Hey, that's the price of doing business, brother.
This is not a very good list so far. 2016,
just wait a second. Not a pretty good list. You got 2 of the best receivers we've seen this century on this list.
Yeah, and other than that, a bunch of guys who didn't even get to the 4th year of their deals.
Well, if they were
this
guaranteed,
exercise.
Okay.
Yeah, but they probably would have gotten cut and just gotten to collect their money. 2016, Jason Spriggs, tackle, Indiana.
I liked him.
That didn't work out for Spriggsy.
Wait, Jesse, we'll get to your second-round pick in a minute.
There's got to be one coming up here. I don't know.
So, yeah, he
it's
made it
Iowa
through.
Corner.
Exactly.
Corner.
He spent 3 seasons in Green Bay. Jason Spriggs did not get to a 4th year. Next on the second-round pick hit parade, a safety out of North Carolina State in 2017, Josh Jones.
Oh, I heard he's a great player.
He made it only 2 seasons too, and then he was unhappy on top of it.
Yeah, what did he held out during training camp or something, and no one wanted him there? Well, what did he do?
Yeah, yes, that's a pretty good summary, Jesse. 18. Jesse has this guy's jersey autographed. One of the great birthday or Christmas presents in history. Josh Jackson, cornerback out of Iowa in 2018.
God, he was going to be good.
Until he wasn't. He only lasted 2 seasons in Green Bay.
Now I think you're starting to see why teams don't want to give 4 years fully guaranteed. But as I just said, first-round picks get 4 years with an option. Maybe what you're going to end up seeing is the compromise that second-round picks get 3 of their 4 years guaranteed. Maybe that's what you end up seeing.
Next, 2019, Elton Jenkins.
Steal of a steal.
Pretty good.
You got 3 guys that are steals of steals, and you got 6 guys that haven't. The juice on that is still going to be protein. Protein big time when it comes to when you start balancing out what the cost of these second-round picks are, because the cost of a second-round fully guaranteed contract is what? $5 million? $6 million?
Yeah,
right?
I'll have to fact check that, or maybe Matty Hayes can.
Devontae,
Devontae
and Elton and Cobber all would have been making, between $10 to $20 million a year if they were getting a fair market value. So, hey, tough luck when it comes to that.
Good luck. All right, last couple so we get the trivia. 2020 running back out of Boston College, A.J. Dillon.
You would have been fine giving him 4 years guaranteed.
2020.
He played his role.
Yeah. He was supposed to be the replacement for Aaron Jones. That did not happen. 2021, Josh Myers. He played all 4 years.
He definitely earned every penny. He would have been fine with a guaranteed 4-year deal.
2022, Christian Watson, who's in the final year of his deal.
I think we're all right with him getting a fully guaranteed deal.
2023.
Well, you think he stinks. I disagree with you.
Spindly. 2023, Luke Musgrave.
I'm fine with him having a 4-year guaranteed deal. He's been a role player that is going to continue to grow. And again, what is his 4-year contract? What is it? $7 million? Like, come on. I know we all get caught up in this. He should be. It's child's play for the NFL. Like, that's more than peanut money, but it's probably peanut popcorn and maybe some diet soda.
Luke Musgrave's contract is a 4-year, $8.4 million deal.
Yeah, get out of here with, you can't do that. Yeah, you can, you should, and the players need to fight for it. Even the guys that it didn't pan out for, yeah, there is some risk involved, but again, they're not breaking the bank here. No, it's nothing. It's nothing
the last couple here, last year the second-round picks were Edgerrin Cooper and Javon Bullard.
Dude, there is a chance you're going to look at this and say, "Oh my God!" When Edgerrin Cooper is making $2 million. And potentially being, I'm not going to go down the decoy route, but if he does what we expect him to do, you're going to be saying that is criminal what he's making. So that's my point on this. I get why you want the team to have control and everything. Fight for this. I'm now saying Belton, get it, because you know what? If something happens to you, you're going to want that $8-9 million.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Yeah. And Edgerrin Cooper's deal, 4 years, $8.598 million. He's already underpaid. He's played 1 season.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was a useful exercise.
That was fun, and I think informative. And Jason, from just reading that, yes, you have a couple of guys that didn't make it to the 4th year. You have that when you sign guys. It's the same blanket thing.
Right.
When Russ signs these guys to 5-year deals.
So Darius Smith didn't get to his 4th year with the Packers.
Josh Jacobs is going to be a fascinating case study how this season goes, because he could be 2 years and done on a 4-year contract. Now, the guaranteed money was different, but this, it is, in the grand scheme of salary cap, they will take this as the risk reward. It can't just be, well, the player's risking. You're risking a couple $1 million that you might have to dish out to somebody that only lasts 2 seasons. You're not cutting these guys until their 3rd season at the worst. I don't care how bad of a player they are. And by the way, if you draft somebody that you can't get to their third year on a rookie deal in the second round, you need to evaluate what you're doing.
I would love to know what the owners, other than precedent and just not wanting to guarantee contracts, these are not enormous deals.
It's ripple effects, Jason. It's if we give an inch here, they're going to take a yard there. And by the way, that's how big-time business owners should look at it. But from a player's standpoint, you've now seen a little bit. And I think this collusion thing that is going on is a big plus for the players. I don't know what the heck happened with the – I'd love to get more info. Seems like it all got buried. Let's get that info out. But if you get a couple of guys and this thing rolls, this is such a mild win for the players. I think at some point the owners, while I get why they don't want to do it.
Yeah, just let them have it.
This is, well, they can get something in return. Maybe this is something they throw in. This is what will end up happening, J-Dub. They'll say, yeah, we'll do that, but let's get that 18th game then. Huh? The 18th game would be fun.
They're always going to be
it?
pushing for that 18th game, that's for sure.
Oh, that 18th game's happened.
Yep.
It's done. It's just a matter of when.
Let's play one game of trivia. Jesse, what's today's category and what caller would you like?
It is the Sports Weekend Recap on a Monday for Wilde and Tausch Trivia. Sports Weekend Recap. Well, let's keep it simple today. Caller 10. Caller 10.
Caller 5 for the 5 appearances Jacob Misiorowski has made. Caller 10.
I was going to say caller 1 because I see, you know what card game is coming out to Las Vegas? I think I sent you guys this.
Is Ron and the Key participating?
Could you imagine playing Uno out in Las Vegas?
Yes.
Like the amount, how crazy would that be? I don't know how that would work, but I am fascinated to find out how it would.
Well, we're taking caller 10 anyway. Caller 10, 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Caller 10.
Imagine someone playing Skip and it costs you $25,000.
Or draw 4.
Draw 4. No.
Oh, Jesse, I could play this and get you $50K, but I'm gonna hit a reverse card on you, and you're gonna get hammered that way. I feel like there'd be some bad blood. I feel like this is a bad idea because I think there's gonna be some scrapping going on as far as how that. I don't know how you'd even execute this, but we'll see.
Well, we'll execute trivia next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. As sports fans, we always hope our teams get to prove that they're the best at what they do. But guess who's proven over the last several years that they're a best of Madison car dealership? Oh, you got it. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Zimbrick's service team takes great care of my vehicle anytime I need to bring it in. For tune-ups, battery checks, tire rotations, oil changes, and much more. They'll make sure all the inner workings of your vehicle are in tip-top shape so you don't get stranded on the side of the road. And of course, if you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, Zimbrick Chevrolet is the perfect place to start your search. Stop by the dealership or even begin the process online at home by logging on to ZimbrickChevrolet.com. There are always great offers to take advantage of each month. View inventory, schedule a service appointment, and learn more about all Zimbrick Chevrolet has to offer. Call or click at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Staying on Wisconsin sports never stops with the Jump Around podcast.
Respect is earned, not given. Luke Fickell's Badgers have yet to gain that respect, but that can just as easily change, especially with how the schedule looks this year. They have an amazing opportunity to completely flip the national perspective on its head.
The Jump Around podcast with Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias, streaming live every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. We've been at the heart of many magical moments, from engagements to weddings to sweet 16s. It warms my heart to be a part of these moments for 40 years with people I consider family. With the highest standards and an eye for classic beauty, enjoy a warm boutique setting at Goodman's Jewelers, where integrity shines in every gem. At 220 State Street, Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store in Madison, since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
It's a beautiful day and I can't stop myself from smiling. If I drink and then I'm buying, and I know there's no denying. It's a beautiful day, the sun is up, the music's playing, and if it started raining, you won't hear this boy complaining, 'cause I'm glad that you're the one who got away. It's a beautiful day. It's my time to fly. So girls get
What are you singing over there?
I'm trying to. I don't know these words, but I like this song. I don't know the words enough to really.
Michael
sing it, so
Bublé. I was just telling Jesse, this is a breakup song. Which it's pretty upbeat called breakup.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day that I'm no longer with you is basically the message.
I think there's a lot of times in life that's probably true.
All right. Well, we can discuss the inner workings of relationships a little bit later in the program, or maybe tomorrow, because it's time now for trivia.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Vortex Golf. Rangefinders you can bet on.
Traded some emails with Sawyer and Pella over at Vortex in beautiful Barneveld, Wisconsin, where I covered a lot of high school games early in my career with the Lady Vikings basketball team and Jimmy Myers as the head coach. What a great operation they've got going there. I'm excited. I'm going to take a tour of their facility a little bit later on this year. But for now, we're going to play some trivia. Another one of my favorite. Is this a bedroom community of Madison? DeForest, Wisconsin, one of my favorite places. Go Norskies and go Aaron Mack.
This might be inappropriate, but I think you were maybe hoping it would be a bedroom community at DeForest.
Whoa, Nelly!
Well, I didn't bring it up. Jason did.
Not necessarily in that context. Hey, Coach, how are you?
Hey, boys, how we doing?
Well, better than I was doing better about 30 seconds previous to that remark. All right, the category.
Hey, Aaron, quick question for
okay,
you.
Sure.
No, I'm not going to get into Jason's love of DeForest. Does Misiorowski deserve to be an All-Star? in your opinion?
No.
You're an old ball coach.
No.
Okay.
No.
We agree. All right, we're on the same
Are
page.
you glad he's in the All-Star game anyway, though?
Circumstantially, absolutely, but not deserving if everyone else accepts their bid should he have ever been considered.
Well,
There
he
you go.
wasn't.
He wasn't what?
He wasn't considered until 12 people declined their bid. Well, and then actually it's more than 12 because it's the ones
I
who
don't
didn't
think you
want to
know
go,
that.
and then
I
there's
don't think
more.
you know that for sure, Jesse. Do you?
What I do know for sure is I have your trivia questions, Aaron, and here is question number 1. Which Brewers newcomer had a remarkable debut this week in Milwaukee, hitting multiple home runs and twice delivering game-tying hits in the 9th inning as part of 2 come-from-behind victories? Is it Andrew Vaughn, Rick Vaughn, or Hunter Vaughn?
Let's go A.
Correctamundo.
Hunter Vaughn. That's good stuff. All right, Aaron. Which former Wisconsin Badgers athlete won the 2025 American Century Championship Celebrity Golf Tournament in Lake Tahoe with a walk-off eagle putt? Is it Frank Kaminsky, Joe Pavelski, or Russ Wilson?
Let's go old JoJo, B.
Yeah, what a performance. Obviously a Hall of Fame hockey player, and now is Rogers ever going to win this? It's kind of his tournament. Is he going to win this thing ever, or is he? That's his tournament. I mean, he's kind of brought this thing back.
Not his tournament.
He has brought it to. I think he's taken it up a notch since he's been a part of it. And now Pavs wins one. Good for Joe.
Question 3 is this. No one mentioned where we're at so far this week. Which former Wisconsin high school star led all scorers with 22 points in the Milwaukee Bucks' 106-91 loss to the Los Angeles Clippers in NBA Summer League play yesterday? Is it Patrick Baldwin Jr., Con Knipple, or Johnny Davis?
Oh boy, I was MIA this weekend. I'll see if this one sticks. We'll go C.
Johnny Davis is incorrect.
It wasn't Con because he's with the Hornets.
Correct.
Patrick
Look at that
Baldwin.
process of elimination. Patrick Baldwin Jr. of the Los Angeles Clippers. Was he a lottery pick? How high did he get drafted?
Ooh, let me check. I think he was.
No, I think he was a late pick by Golden State. Golden State drafted him late first round, I believe.
If Miz gets in
28th.
the All-Star game with 5 starts, I think I should get in the Hall of Fame going 2 out of 3, so we'll be all right.
There you go. I think that's a bad way to look at it.
Well, you get 3 of the possible 4 entries into Friday's drawing, and you're still our favorite coach. Thanks, Aaron. We appreciate you, man.
Hey, thanks. Tausch, see you in Reedsburg Friday.
Is the Badgers outsider being inducted into the Hall of Fame?
No, I'm not going to lie to you. I will have something to say. We potentially got the worst schedule in the history of baseball tournaments on Friday. So much
You're
so I
playing
have to
at
take off.
midnight again?
No, I play it. Matter of fact, as I said this, we're in a tournament in Reedsburg. I would have preferred our schedule this weekend over what Reedsburg gave us on Friday. 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. and then 7 p.m. the next day. Yeah, I got to take off of work. I can't do the show Friday because of the schedule in Reedsburg. But that's for another story. But we'll see Coach Mack down there, which will be fun.
You could not go.
He's the coach.
It's the last tournament of the year, dude. We're on coaching. I'm not gonna miss it. What are you, crazy? Jason goes to watch his girls practicing, and you think I'm gonna miss a game? What are we talking about?
Who's your draw in game 1? I feel like
I don't know
if it's a good.
No, I'm just so irritated that we have to play at 11 a.m.
Favorable matchup. Let's.
I'm not skipping the 11 a.m. game. Can you believe? Have you ever heard of a baseball game on a Friday at 11 a.m. at a community tournament? I've never heard of it.
Have not.
It's unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
You don't want me to keep rambling about this, Jason, or what?
I would prefer you
very
didn't.
quick.
Yeah.
You're very quick to shut me up here. I've got plenty to say.
Oh, I'm aware. Bye.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Madison's home of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Lops up top to Giannis. Whoa, what a play.
Wisconsin Badgers volleyball.
Underneath it, bump set, left side, powers it down. What a rally, and Wisconsin comes out on top.
And now, the Milwaukee Brewers.
Fly ball to center. It is way back, and it is gone.
This is Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
It's always a beautiful experience coming out to the ballpark. Many fans prep in the parking lot amongst our legendary tailgaters. When you're ready for new windows and doors, prep for those at the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. See, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from different Pella lines side by side. And if you order by July 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years on Blue Mountain Road, or visit PellaWI.com today.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Take your game to the next level with Vortex Golf. This employee-owned brand out of Wisconsin brings you premium rangefinders like the Blade, Blade Slope, and the Anarch, packed with features like image stabilization, pin spotter mode, and rock-solid accuracy. Backed by a legendary no-questions-asked VIP lifetime warranty and unmatched customer service, Vortex has you covered. Ready to upgrade your gear? Visit MapleHillGolf.com and search Vortex to see the full lineup. Vortex Golf, you can bet on it.
Play where the Badgers play and enjoy a round at University Ridge Golf Course, the official course of the University of Wisconsin. It's easy to see why University Ridge is consistently rated one of the best public courses in Wisconsin, winning awards every year since 1992. Whether it's a tournament, corporate event, or just a golf outing with family and friends, University Ridge Golf Course will make sure you have an enjoyable golf experience from start to finish. Book your tee time today at universityridge.com. That's universityridge.com.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right, you want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
This is our crew.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. It's a dozen for the Miz. We are watching a video game right now at American Family Field.
Madison's new home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball, 100.5 ESPN.
Saw you up in the middle of the night, like a firefly without a light. You were there like a blowtorch burning. I was a key that could use a...
I may have whoa Nelly that last conversation. Now it's time, though, for the real whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
Some news and notes from around the National Football League over the weekend.
Hey, we covered that second round. That was a really good topic. I just want to say, Tausch directing us toward the Anthony Belton story. That was really fun. I enjoyed that segment.
The Chicago Bears with a classic Friday afternoon news dump heading into a week after 4th of July weekend. Around 3:30 on Friday afternoon, announced the extension of general manager Ryan Poles through the 2029 season.
Are you insinuating they did not think that would be popular?
Well, for those who are not familiar, Jason, could you please explain to the group the concept of the Friday afternoon news dump?
I'd be happy to. Thank you for the opportunity. If you have some news that you don't want people to know about, or you'd like to see it get lost in the shuffle of the news cycle, Friday afternoon is traditionally when you announce it. Kind of like the NFL and the collusion findings the previous week, I believe, did the same thing. So it would appear, and again, maybe they're very excited about Ryan Poles. Not sure why, but they gave him a contract extension. So now he and Ben Johnson are joined at the hip, but they did announce it at a time when most people, if it's good news that they want everyone to be excited about and know about, they don't announce it on a Friday afternoon.
15-36 in Ryan Poles' tenure as the general manager of the Chicago Bears, and he gets an
Let
extension.
me ask you this. What's worse, never announcing it or putting it on a Friday?
I talked to Ed Policy about that. Again, you made a very fair point at the time. It remains fair to this day that while no one expects you to publicly announce all the particulars, when you're general manager and your head coach, I know. I agree with you. Although teams don't announce the particulars of contracts,
I see plenty of times players do that, or teams do it. I've seen teams do that.
I have not seen a team announce the statistical, financial numbers. I don't remember seeing that.
Right.
Agents do that though, in thinly veiled sourcing to insiders. Yeah, 15-36 is not a very good record, Tausch.
No, I get the fact that you're looking for some consistency, and he hired the coach. Should they have fired Eberflus when they brought in Caleb and had this thing started a year earlier? 100%, because now you're basically took one of the years of the rookie deal that is so valuable to these organizations, and you basically wiped it away. And you knew that it was going to be, well, you hoped that Eberflus would be good. You didn't extend him. You kind of knew you're going to make this big sweeping change. Do it. They didn't, and now they kind of married Ben Johnson and Poles and Williams, which is smart if you think he's the guy. He's obviously struggled, but again, I come back to, I think the Friday news dump is better than no news dump. But from a Bears standpoint, I think Packer fans are happy that this move happened.
Yeah,
I don't think we're afraid of the decisions that Ryan Poles is making, even though the Bears did come a Carl Brooks fingertip away from sweeping the Green Bay Packers last year.
You're right about that. It is fascinating to me, and they've got now a coach who is going to is the right fit for a number 1 overall pick, right? They believe that this marriage of the quarterback and the coach is a good one.
We don't know.
But they did with him what they've done with their previous attempts at quarterbacking, which is draft a guy to a coach that's already there. It doesn't work, and then a year in, the quarterback of the future gets a new head coach, and then that doesn't work, and then they have to draft another quarterback. So maybe this is the end of the line and everything's going to end up hunky-dory.
Kind of a vicious cycle.
Some might say. Indeed.
We don't care if that keeps on. By the way, I will be giving you, I'm almost finished with my time in Iowa, the Netflix series Quarterback. God, it is a beaut. What a awesome job by the Mannings and by whoever does all that. That show is so blanking good if you like football. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm a big fan, and there is a guy on that show that will be doing one of the big boy broadcasting jobs when he's done. And I'll tell you that tomorrow. Day tease.
It's a tease.
Whoa, Nelly!
Okay. I'm guessing it's not Ndamukong Suh who announced his official retirement from the National Football League, even though he hasn't played since 2022. Officially retired over the weekend. 12 seasons, I believe it was in total, after being drafted in 2010. Of course, the majority of that time with the Detroit Lions, the Dolphins. Spent a couple of years with the Buccaneers where he won a Super Bowl. Is Ndamukong Suh a Hall of Famer?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What will you most remember him for?
Well, I mean, curb stomping Dietrich Smith.
Stomping on people, yes.
But honestly, for me, this will be something that I remember. This was kind of my welcome to being a retired old NFL guy. In 2010, I'm blocking Ndamukong Suh. The next year, I'm out playing a golf course with a push cart, and somebody asked me about Ndamukong Suh, and I was thinking to myself, boy, things change quick in this league.
The league comes at you fast.
That's one thing I remember about Ndamukong Suh. Like, yeah, I was, working a backside B block on Ndamukong Suh about a year ago, and now I'm walking a course with a push cart like a 75-year-old washed up. Now, I hadn't at that point went to exclusive utility clubs like most old people. I was still hitting irons and, drivers. You get to a certain age, you start hitting 9 woods. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer than I'd probably like to admit.
I'm sorry. Could you help me as a despite my impressive run as a golf coach, what is that? What are you, utility? What is that?
They're basically like fatter irons that have a thicker face. You can get through rough easier. It's what old people that aren't strong use to get out of.
And you're not using those yet?
Well, I have a 3 hybrid. If I'm like somewhere between 210 and 235, that's kind of my club because I can't hit an iron. I can't hit a good iron that far. And it's kind of my club in between a 4 iron and a 3 wood.
Okay. I'm intrigued. I don't have any of those in my bag as I work to get under 200. Whoa, Nelly!
Whoa, Nelly!
Last up, Whoa Nelly follow-up. Our journalistic integrity is pretty good around here during this segment.
Indeed.
It does turn out that Uno is not on its way to becoming a Las Vegas table game.
Is that an April Fool's Day joke?
It's not an April Fool's joke. There is a Uno social club that's going to be a temporary setup for 3 days at the Palms Casino Resort, July 18th to the 20th, coming up.
It will be a game,
week.
but just for a limited run.
It's going to have a limited run where casino patrons can play Uno with one another.
How does it work? Like, how do you win money on it?
I don't know if you can win money on it. I think it's more of like a demonstration, exhibition.
This is all right. First of all, Jesse, great work, good work. This must be something that is trending in a huge way because I typed in to my Google search engine Uno, and the first thing it completed was in Vegas. So this apparently is very much trending. They are social clubs. Now, whether or not you can actually win money, I don't see there any actual money.
I don't think it's
line
like $100 to sit down at the Uno table.
Yeah.
Right next to blackjack.
My thought would be you go down there and the house takes a little cut. Everybody puts $50 in, and whoever wins that hand of Uno wins the pot. And then Vegas takes its little cut. That's what I thought would be the case. And I'm just saying that'd be a horrible idea because I think you're going to end up with some fist fights. when I keep hammering Frankie from Dubuque to my left would draw fours, and Leslie from Waterford, I'm going to say, you're good. I'm going to just keep doing this. And then maybe I make a side deal with Leslie, like, hey, we split this up. Like, it's a recipe for a disaster.
But also, like, why would the Hard Rock Casino Rockford want to do this? Like, why would anyone?
It's fun.
Why would anyone sit at the table to play Uno if you could just do the same thing at home without the dealer or the house getting a cut?
If they take a 10% cut, I don't know, because you're playing with random folks that don't know it. If you're at a casino, you want to just sit down. Sometimes I'll go sit at a table. I don't want any interest, but the other tables are full, and I don't want to sit there with a dumb look on my face. Oh, I can't wait for this spot to open up. I'm going to sit there and watch randoms play for 4 hours. I'd rather sit down and throw Uno with some folks, maybe catch a couple cards, win a hand, and take a couple $100 home with me.
Get into a fist fight over getting whacked with the skip and the reverse cards repeatedly.
Oh, you rascal, hit me on another reverse. You do it again, I'm going to chop you in the ribs.
Debbie from Lodi is going to get you.
That's a fair question.
Apparently they're opening these Uno social clubs around the country. This is the first one.
I'm going to tell you this. I think
they better have good security.
I read the book. It's a community bowling book. I don't remember the exact name of it, but basically the idea of there used to be bowling leagues, and bowling, that was where the towns would meet. You'd have sense of community, and that's gone. We need something like this. Card clubs around the communities is going to be something in a world that's getting more non-personal and more robotic and screeny and scrolly. Love the club idea. Love it.
We need more people fighting over Uno.
It is. Tausch is right. I know we got to go because we got to wrap things up. But Tausch is right. It is one of the more potentially infuriating games that can be played to create hard feelings.
You can make it personal. Like, I could say, Wilde, I am sick of you doing this, or Jesse, I'm irritated with you. I'm saving every draw 4 I can possibly hammer, and I'm going to get you. And maybe Johnny to my left, I'll be like, you know what? Johnny hasn't irritated me. I'm going to just throw him cards. And you can do that in a big way.
Indeed. Speaking of irritating, we'll hear what kind of job Tausch has done with the Kohler Services crew before we bid him farewell. That's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is our crew.
A drive, left center, deep. See you later, Caleb Durbin. Turn out the lights.
You're listening to Madison's new home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball, 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. You know I've loved Pizza Hut since the days back when I was in school participating in the legendary Book It program. The summer was always a great time to get in some extra time reading to earn some great Pizza Hut pizza. And now my summer survival kit in Madison is a little different. A cooler full of drinks, a comfy lawn chair, and a large Hut Lovers pizza from Pizza Hut for just $12.99. Choose from 4 loaded legends: meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, veggie lovers, and the new spicy Hawaiian. It's your summer go-to. Hot, melty, and made to crush hunger. Order before it's gone on the Pizza Hut app. Limited time only. Additional charge for extra toppings, pan, stuffed crust, and extra cheese. A large Hut Lovers pizza for just $12.99 for a limited time at Pizza Hut. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today.
Ben Brust appeared on the Jump Around Thursday afternoon to talk some Badgers hoops, and there's not a doubt in his mind which transfer he's most excited to see this season.
It's Boyd, hands down. It's absolutely Boyd, hands down. I think he'll be the rock for this team with the capability of producing at a high level as well. So when you have such a tenured NCAA basketball player coming to a program where everyone's itching for that second weekend in Sweet 16, he's the type of guy I want on my team.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
We're on the Badgers.
The schedule, as we all know, it's very challenging, daunting, however you want to describe it.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
He wants guys who want to jump at the opportunity to play against a schedule like that.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
All right. We're way over. We got to go. But, Tausch, before we do, what's the latest update on the bathroom shower renovation in Salem with Kohler Services?
I just went in during the break. The tub is installed already. So now, obviously, you got to put the tile back up on the where we demoed this morning. It is moving along well. There's a lot of detail work that is yet to be done. And I think wisely, I'll be leaving before that gets started.
A man knows his limitations. That's it for us today. We'll do it again tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.